Nice of you to dress up, dear.
I mean, they're just delightful.
Tēnā koutou katoa, no mai, haere mai. Hello everyone and welcome. It's day 3 here of the IIHF Men's Ice Hockey World Championships Division 2B. We've got a big game ahead of us tonight. It's the host nation New Zealand going up against Thailand. My name is Matt Whiffen. I'm joined here by Matt Chavez to my left and Joel LeBreton to my right. We're going to be bringing you all the exciting action as it happens. We're going to take a quick look at the highlights of the previous game that New Zealand played up against Georgia.
And I'll just say this right up front. It does look like, for the most part, Georgia's got some taller players than New Zealand at this point, right out in their first line.
Opening face-off goes to Georgia, and they'll dump this one in. Pass across the scene, looking for that tip play on the far side. They got a little bit on it, but it went wide. Down low. Up to the top for Kribitov. Shooting, and off, I think it came off the arm of Brooks and into the netting in behind. Short-handed up to McIntosh. McIntosh goes backhand and just put it past the left-hand post. Carolyn, big pass across ice, shot on, and Brooks clean as with that save. Out to the corner, getting hemmed up there. And Amson is a chance in front for the Georgians, and they've scored. Brooks went out to get it, and number 10, Timur Besharov, found the loose puck and put it through the pads. The timing is just not there. They're not getting their player rushing on through the blue line. Here comes Nika Shannon. Shot, scores! What a beautiful shot from Nika Shannon. Ripper.
And this is the first time that Georgia's been able to get 2-on-1 here. And that's where they had the advantage. Brooks couldn't pick a side. He has to play the puck. And as they move through here, this is this kind of an easy wrist shot.
Backhand chop towards net, doesn't get through. Kochkin to the middle, shot off, and it's just off the blocker. Struggling for a good zone time here. Here's Caroline, he's got Nikashanen there. Goes across Nikashanen, who put it wide. Looking for an assist here, Stud Austin. Davidoff moves to the front, takes a shot. He put it right into the pads of Aston Brooks. Georgia didn't get out of the zone. Eden, McIntosh shoots into the pads. Around the boards, Kribitov puts it back down low. Nikashanen outside, and it's going to get through, and they score. A quick shot from the pass behind the net.
Did that catch his sleeve and go around and in? That was a weird one. It's going to be a...
Besharov shoots it. It's deflected up high. Comes down for Georgia. Pakia puts it out front. Oh, and what a beautiful goal. Pakia with the back pass from behind the net finds Besharov.
Yeah, the New Zealand zone getting twisted up here and catching the wrong areas and wrong players.
Back to Davidoff. Shooting, and a good blocker save from Aston Brooks. Had to be sharp there. Pakia shooting, another blocker save from Brooks, and it's back on net.
High stick called, no goal here.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I mean, hey, you got to try. You might get away with it. Shot, deflection. Opportunity goes on net. It's Storodson again. McIntosh out in front, backhand shot. Can't get it through the pads. Storodson. Carey shooting. Deflection just off the toe of Storodson. Davidoff firing, and a great glove from Aston Brooks. The shot came on from Davidoff. Driving towards the net, in behind, centering pass, and it's on net, and Brooks with a quick reaction save.
That was a great reaction with the glove there. Just
oh yeah.
See that? Just
Nikashenko. Davidoff shooting for the post. What a score! Davidoff with a ripper up into that top corner. And Georgia extend the lead to 5.
Special teams. Special teams once again, where you take a penalty where you don't necessarily need to. And they left Davidoff, you'll see on the left side, he's all alone, and he gets to walk this in and nail the Gatorade bottle.
We really do need a hero. Loose puck in the middle, cleared out by Georgia, and that is the end of the game, folks. It is a dominant performance from Georgia. 2 games in a row, they've blanked the opponents, kept the score to 0, and Starostin, what a goalie. Well, as we saw there, a dominant performance from Georgia, shutting out New Zealand in a 5-0 game. New Zealand will be looking to get back on track tonight with a dominant performance if they can get it done against Thailand. But we know all the teams in this competition are pushing hard, and so it won't be a pushover for New Zealand. It's going to be a big, hard battle.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I think it's fair to say that New Zealand will be favored in this game. It's not really a surprise, right? But I think the most important thing for the New Zealand side is to decide whether or not they're going to get their chemistry together, if they're going to start playing together with a bit more tape to tape, a little bit more speed, and a little bit more trust. If they can put that together and kind of get the game in hand earlier, that'll benefit them through the rest of the tournament. If they end up in a game like they had with Chinese Taipei, where it was a tight game, they probably, I think we all underestimated Chinese Taipei a little bit, especially given today's result. But if they have kind of that tight, nervous game, then it's going, and it takes them a long time to go. It's not really going to help them throughout the rest of the tournament, and they have 2 big opponents coming up in Bulgaria and Iceland.
Yeah, and we know that goals are super important in a tournament like this when there's only 5 games for each team. You've got to score as many as you can, and we can talk about that soon with the tiebreakers.
Yep.
Let's take a quick look at the points table as they stand on day 3, and let's discuss the results that happened today as well to give us this table. Joel, first game was Chinese Taipei up against Iceland. How did that one go?
We got Iceland took that one 2-1.
2-1, so that's why they're sitting up in second place at the moment on 6 points, which is where New Zealand can join them with a regulation win tonight. Other game, Matt, big game. It was a very exciting game. Georgia and Bulgaria.
Yeah, you could almost make a case for this being the 2 top teams that we've seen thus far. Now, Iceland, New Zealand can still jump into this one, of course, and Chinese Taipei as a kind of a dark horse in the whole thing, but what a game. It went to overtime. That's why you see the points where they're at with 8 and 4. Georgia taking that one in overtime during the 5-minute overtime. They didn't go to a shootout, and they scored their 8th goal to go 8-7 and beat Bulgaria in what was a pivotal match for this tournament. Had it gone the other way, there's a whole lot of scenarios that could have presented itself, but right now, Georgia is out in front, and they are the team to chase, and they have a favorable schedule in front of them with Chinese Taipei and Thailand remaining. So that was a very big result for Georgia, and based on what we saw Monday, not that much of a surprise. Georgia's a very good team.
Yeah, they've shown definitely big improvement from last year. They finished 3rd last year. But yeah, sitting in a good spot now. Let's take a look at the preview of the 2 teams head-to-head. Have a look at that one for us, Joel.
Yeah, so we've got Thailand coming up from Div 3A last year. And New Zealand, obviously, no second in Div 2 last year. This is the first time these 2 teams have actually played each other as well.
Yes, it is. And first time Thailand has played some of the other teams in this tournament, so it's all new for them. But yeah, this will be interesting to see how they go.
Yeah, because they went, did they go undefeated in 3A last year?
Oh, they went undefeated, and they scored a total of 38 goals to 9, so they were lighting the lamp up last year big time.
Wow.
This year, stepping up a grade is a bit of a struggle, obviously, at first, but they will get the feeling for that. Looking at some of their players that they've got on the ice, Ken Edwin Kindborn, 29 years old, an absolute dynamite player at the back there. He's already got himself 3 goals and an assist this tournament, and he's a leader from the back. I believe he is the captain, so he's certainly one of the players on the ice which takes takes leadership role and just dominates from where he can.
Yeah, I think he's got most of the offense of the team, if just a vast majority of it. And just to look at it from the perspective of the same opponent. So both teams have played Chinese Taipei. New Zealand came out ahead 3-1. It was an empty net goal, but it was a close, tight game, and they managed to win that one. The game between Thailand and Chinese Taipei came out ahead 7-3 prior to this. I think it was on Monday. So if that gives any indication as to where the teams are at, it's early yet. Everybody's just off the plane, so you don't really know if that's a true read.
It is.
But if you want something to compare it to, that it might be grasping at straws a bit, but it does give us some comparison. Thailand look like they play a lot like Chinese Taipei in the sense that they have speed, they play as quickly as they can, but they have limited lines and they have very specific points of talent that they're trying to feed, and that will be their strategy tonight against a New Zealand side that will be able to roll out 3 full lines and be able to match their lines every chance they get and not get as tired. So it'll be very interesting to see how it evolves throughout the game. They may be more energetic in the first, maybe less in the third, or maybe they're young and they've got legs and they skate.
I did see quite a few cages out there when they were doing their warm-up, so we might have those young legs that might be able to outwork the New Zealand team.
Yeah, keep the pressure on for the entire game and just try and outwear your opponent with your level of fitness and your speed. One thing I'll mention about the Thailand team is they've got a really good goalie, Benjamin David Kleinshey. He was the top goalie in last year's Division 3A tournament, so he's someone that they can rely on at the back. Now, this tournament, it's a bit different. He's facing a different level of shot, but I'm sure that the coach and the players have got a lot of respect for him back there in net. We don't know. He is getting the start tonight.
Okay.
So it'll be not easy for New Zealand to score, but I guess all the fans here, and there's a big crowd piling in, they want to see New Zealand score as many as they can.
Yep. And it will be important. We were talking earlier about tie-breaking procedures, right?
Yeah.
So it may seem a little odd, but if there happens to be a 3-way tie in the standings, then you're going to go to the goal differential within the team games that are tied.
It's an odd one to think about, and we're not quite there yet, but it is certainly a thing that can happen in these tight tournaments with limited games.
Yeah, you don't want to be surprised by that. You don't want to take the foot off the gas. If you do get ahead, you want to keep scoring as much as you can. It may not seem very intuitive because it might seem a little unsporting if you're out in front, but you absolutely have to do it because your opponents will as well, and that's the way this tournament works.
Yeah, right, let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight. We mentioned the goalie for Thailand, but let's have a look at New Zealand there, Joel.
Starting lineup first, no worries. So we have Chuba in net tonight, changed from Ashton Brooks there, so it's going to be good. He's a very capable goalie. On the back line there, we have number 12, Mitchell Freer, and number 23, Justin Daigle. On the forward lines, we have left wing Chris Eden, number 16, right wing number 8, Joseph Orr, and centre number 19, Colin McIntosh.
And that'll be interesting in the sense that Chris Eden and Joe Orr have played together for several years now.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, and starting in net for Thailand, number 1, Benjamin David Kleinshey. At the back, number 5, Ken Edvin Kindborn, the captain. And number 22, Natchayatorn Yanagon Tanapon. On the wing, number 61, John Michael Isaacson. Number 10, the starting centre, Nicholas Charles Lamson. And number Gontantorn. And
that is what we're dealing with tonight.
Very good.
We got to say a big thanks to Tanya Chaimala and Sitapong Kanok Rong for helping out with the pronunciations of the Thai team tonight.
And we are going to try to go as best we can with the nameplates. So we are underway. First period action here at the Dunedin Ice Stadium. Thailand out quickly, and they're going to get the first shot, and almost a goal. That was no waiting around, and they caught New Zealand a little bit on their heels on that first face-off, and that'll be offside. That was, well, we'll go with it's Nicholas on the plate, even though it's Nick Lampson. So Nicholas and Tenekut. Tenekut is number 17. He's on that other side, and he was the one that came close to that shot. And we will continue to do our best here. Nicholas taking the face-off against Colin McIntosh. Outside in neutral ice. Picked up by Dake. He spins around, sends it past Eden. They're going to skate this one down and get an icing out of it as it goes over the blade of Eden. And that'll be a face-off in the offensive zone for Thailand.
Well, we talked about the speed of Thailand and their likeness to Chinese Taipei, and they forced a big save out of Chubba there early on, and he came up big. So we'll see if that
caught
speed
New Zealand
continues.
a little bit flat-footed there.
Sure,
you know?
they sure
They'll give
did.
them a chance to settle into the game.
Patrick with that. Shanakun with a shot. Sugarnan sending it around. And Chaba sitting on it and getting another stop in play, and that's going to be another face-off probably on that left side.
Yeah, we can see the, you know, as you were talking before, the instant tenacity from the Thai team here. Yeah, just putting it straight on New Zealand.
Here's the first example. The third line comes out for New Zealand. The second line stays out for Thailand. That's Burns trying to knock it away up to Amston. Amston circles behind Chaba's net. He's going to look up the ice and get a pass forward to Otis. That goes over to Carey, who's on the ice. Takes a shot, but that was offside. A little bit of a late whistle, or even one that, I mean, I barely heard that whistle, so he's got to get the little P out of the whistle there and get a little into it.
Did seem a bit late. It was Otis who was judged to be offside after taking a hit along the boards. Just sort of lost his footing, I think, and went over the blue line.
This is an interesting change here, guys. Jacob Carey to take this face-off. They put him in the center spot.
Yeah, Otis and McDonald on the left there.
That's a change, and that's not because somebody was kicked out of the face-off circle. That's a change for the team, and it goes back to Nuchayatorn.
A bunch of young players out there for New Zealand, isn't it? That line.
And then now over to Burns. Burns gets it at the half board, sends it around hard, and it goes behind the net of Kleinshay. Carey with it, surveying his options. Carey sending it back, leaving it. It goes to Otis, but he gets it taken away. Up to Sean. That goes forward to Tananut. Tananut throwing it in. Chaba looking at it. Doesn't come out after it because it's a little far out of the trapezoid. Amston gets it first. And that's in front. A backhanded shot, and that is knocked aside. Tananut with another backhand. This one out to Nanaput. To Jean. And that goes out to Marcus McDonald, and he's going to skate it up 2-on-3. Now he's going to take it on his own. But he holds it this time. He doesn't do the dump and chase and takes a shot, which catches Thailand a little off guard. They send it forward, give up the puck, give it to Simon. Simon's up the right side, gains the zone, takes a low shot, ends up fluttering up a little bit and gets to Kleinshay's chest protector, and he holds on.
Yeah, Luke Simon here carrying the puck forward. Good play from him in the back and taking a hard shot right onto the chest there of Kleinshay. So no real trouble. New Zealand having a few shots from out long range, but nothing from in close so far.
Devlin a little early on that face-off against Patrick, and that is going to be redropped. Guys, first strategic change I saw, instead of the dump and chase, it's the hold and fire.
That's
and
what they
allow
need to
that
do.
change.
They're finally going to adapt their game around that, I think.
Simon taking the puck to the back blue line, getting rid of it for a moment. Chanachuk with it at the blue line, but he gets it taken away by Atwell. Up to Freer. Freer gets it knocked off his stick, stays onside. They keep the zone. Hayward Jones throws it in to Atwell in the corner. Back to Hayward Jones. Long shot. Looking for a deflection. They get it. 2 saves there, and New Zealand still has the puck. It's sent around into the back there and taken away for Thailand as they try to move it out. They've got 3 going forward. Sent forward by Patrick. Rimmed around hard and over to Hayward Jones, and that's going to come out of the zone. And was Regan having to wait for a minute to make sure that there was no 6-man penalty on that. Gets back to Daigle at neutral ice. He loses it. Thailand moving this out. Goes up to Lamson. Nicholas Lamson giving it back to Kim Edwin. And that is knocked forward. John with it. Long pass. A little too high as it goes to Nicholas. Back to No, not John. Then it stays in at the point. Nucci with it. Out to Ken Edwin. Ken Edwin with a low shot. Deflected. Chaba did not see much of that, and it only missed by a little ways there as it goes off the right side of the pipe. Thailand controlling the puck for a moment. Out at neutral ice, they reset. Ken Edwin asking for it up the left side. He's looking for a long pass. Can't do much with it, but it does come in the zone, and he holds on to it, but it was judged offside as it was Tenanut coming in too early.
Yeah, big effort there from Thailand. They're really putting the hammer on New Zealand there, getting some really strong opportunities. That one that they got fired in on net there. Just you watch this little deflection here.
Skate, yeah.
Ooh, just skimmed a little bit wide. Dangerous chance though.
Janukchan loses it to Orr. Orr comes up the right side, gains the zone, leaves it to the corner, but that's going to be taken by Chanachok as he gets there first. Now he's knocked over, and it's New Zealand with it. McIntosh with a backhand chance that was not off by much. Amston gets it at the half board, sends it back in. McIntosh waits, he gets it at his skates, moves the puck back out to the point. Amston with it, waits, long shot, looking for a deflection, or almost gets that on target, but it goes over to the Thai team. That's going to go over to Amston in neutral. He comes in onside, sends it into the corner, loses his stick, and it's Thailand with possession. They get a turnover. New Zealand holds on to the puck, and with some physicality, McIntosh knocking players over. Right in front, Carey with it once, twice, and that is held by Kleinshea. Great chance there.
Yeah, New Zealand do a good job when the puck come out from the boards, and then it's not Carey, that's number 16, that's Eden.
Oh, it's Eden.
Eden trying to roof that over the arm there, but didn't quite get underneath it. It's just up into the elbow.
Yeah, just kind of ran out a little bit of real estate there, and goalie just had that post nice and tucked up.
Sorry, it's Carey out there now for the face-off. I was just a little ahead of everything there. And then we play on. Thailand has it. They're going to move that out to Nicholas. Deflected forward. Hayward Jones is going to get there first, go behind the net of Chaba. John's got it now for Thailand, deflected away, and Otis sends it to neutral. McDonald chasing it, keeping it, and going all the way into the corner, holding on to it. New Zealand set up. They have two on the forecheck. They get it around and hold on to it with Otis. They try to get it back to behind the net. They can't really do that, and it's John knocking it out. Simon's got it now in neutral. It goes back to Hayward Jones. He flips it forward up to Eden. No, McDonald, excuse me, and Carey's got it. And Carey with the deflected shot. It went off the stick of Nucci Yantorn, and he did not get that off by much. It was just off the left pipe, but now Thailand's got it. They gain the zone, 3 in the zone there, and that's turned over. And it's Atwell coming up the side. Atwell's going to chase this down. Big collision in the corner there, and that is off the boards but not out. Freer's got it. Sent around. And Thailand collects that puck in the middle. They get it out to center ice. Flip forward. Chanukchung with it. He gets it in front and handled deftly, but not out. And that's sent right back in on Chaba. And that deflection bounces favorably for New Zealand. Devlin with it now. Devlin gains the zone. Looks at a shot that's deflected into the corner. Goes over to Freer. Freer sends it behind to Devlin. In front, Eden looking for a chance. Eden's got it. Trying to pass it into the slot there. He can't get it to another player. And Freer holding it in tight on the right side. Flipped back, and a great chance here. Eden with a backhand, but he can't pull the trigger in time. Good defense by Thailand. And they try to send it out. It's blocked again. Orr with it. Orr with some fantastic moves, and he's going to draw a penalty as he falls over. And will go. One of the Thai players will go for tripping.
Absolutely, and what a sequence of events. Just so much back and forth, good hockey, good opportunities at both ends here. And you just see, just loses his footing there, and New Zealand's going to go on the first power play of the night. Let's see who we've got out here. We've got Kerry McIntosh. Looks like, who else we've got down here?
We've got Otis, Eden, and Daigle. Here they go.
Yep. So slight change from previous power play first units, but we'll see what happens.
They haven't scored all tournaments, so now's a good time to start.
Exactly.
Tenant Limpanyakun is serving the 2 minutes. And New Zealand with possession early. McIntosh with it in the corner. He holds, leaves, Dig up close to Eden. Eden's turned away. Goes into the corner, back to McIntosh on the half. And they hold on to it. Eden's got it, leaves it. No, he doesn't leave it for Day. He fakes him. Goes back to Carey. Carey with a long shot off the boards. Looking for a bit of a deflection there, doesn't get it. Possession maintained. McIntosh walks this one in, doesn't get through. Carey with it, can't get enough on it. And Eden and Carey working together. That goes only as far as Daig. He passes behind McIntosh over to Carey, sends a high saucer. He can't get it to him as it bounces over his blade. And Thailand clears a good clearance by Patrick all the way down. And Thailand gets a change they need. Daig coming up the left side. He's going to put it in himself, carry it to the corner. He skates around. It's around Kleinshay's cage there. He just skates the whole way, and then he gives up a puck. And it's a 2-on-1 as it comes the other way. Thailand with a shorthanded chance. Shot in front. And not by much, but Parnerud not on target for a great chance for Thailand on the shorty.
Off a mistake from Daigle there. Just a weak pass. He got intercepted.
Yeah, that's some of that chemistry we were talking about earlier. That puck's just up against the board. They're doing a good job with it. But Eden gets it away. Takes the shot. Big rebound. Another save. And that puck just dribbles away as Kleinshay gets in a precarious position, and that puck does go out to neutral with not much time left on the power play, just about 5 seconds. Chalice with it. He's going to go up to McIntosh, and as the New Zealand side gets a change, McIntosh goes in one-on-one, leaves it back out for Chalice. Pass, Atwell. Oh, and that's a kind of a funny one as it came in at an off speed, but it was just outside, hits the outside of the goal, shot in front. Knocked away, and Thailand goes, they just clear it for an icing, and they're happy to get rid of that pressure.
Well, I'd have to say you'd be pretty happy with the power play as New Zealand coach.
Absolutely.
Because they got chance after chance here.
Yeah, it looked like Colin McIntosh was out there for the entire 2 minutes as well. He might have come off very momentarily, but yeah, he's putting in the work.
We're back to the face-off. Lachlan Freer with a shot. That bounces around. Ooh, that was dangerous. And it's Kleinshay looking at that going into the right corner. And Thailand collecting it. They're looking to move out with a forecheck by Devlin. That's a long pass, and that forces him to give it up. Goes to Burns. Burns sends it in. Touch pass, Devlin to Atwell. Atwell with a shot, drives it low and left. It comes out to the point. Amston has it at the point, sends it forward, sends it around, and two players touch it. Go in front. Devlin can't get to it. Burns is going to have to back out as Thailand has the puck. They go through neutral. Coming up the left side, it's Tanika pushing it aside, and that does stay in play. John with it now as he looks for a turnover. It's turned over, and it's going to be Chalice coming up the ice. They go two in here. Looking with Amston forcing the play, and they leave it behind. Shot, and it goes behind Kleinshay, but he wasn't sure where it was. The shot by Rusky Jones, but it goes up over the net and out of play.
Off the stick in front.
Yep,
New
that
Zealand,
was a strong opportunity.
New Zealand's starting to create lots of dangerous plays, but a lot of these shots are just hitting Kleinshay right in the chest here. So they're going to have to try and shoot either to the glove side or the blocker side if they're going to want to beat him.
Regan takes that, wins it, leaves it out for Simon. Simon with a long shot deflected, and that hits the glove and bounces out for a big rebound, but New Zealand has to hold on to it on the outside. The Ice Blacks cycling through here, and lots of offensive chance, but still 0-0 on the scoreboard. That's knocked aside by Chananuk, and that goes out to neutral. Simon controls it. That's given up. It's Parnerud. And to Patrick. Patrick up the left. He's coming up towards the corner, double teamed, and it's in front. And it was a chance there for Panerud as he was skating up the slot pretty much unguarded there. That goes in towards Simon and Patrick. And it's going to be Regan collecting the puck. He leaves it behind. And Hayward Jones looking to set up the offense for New Zealand. Hayward Jones throwing it in, going to the corner and chasing after it. And that puck stays behind Kleinshay's net. And they cycle around. That's continued possession by New Zealand for a moment. Then it's turned over. Sean's got it. He's taking it in all on his own as Thailand get a change here. He's taken out of the play. Jacob Carey with it. He passes it to Audis, but that's turned over. Tanachuk with it. And that's sent back. Ken Edwin has it. Long shot, deflected, but a deflected into the corner. And Carey is going to skate that out. No, he's double teamed, and that takes the puck off of him. But it's Mitchell Freer coming up the right side. Freer with it, leaves it for Carey. Carey's doubled up, and he leaves it behind. No, he holds on to it, looking for a pass, stays in the zone. Big slap shot there, but that doesn't get through. McDonald with it now. And that stays at the point. Freer sending it around. Audis in front of the slot. He gets it back at the circle, sends himself back into the corner. Tries the backhand, it goes high. Glove not there for Kleinshea. Stays in for New Zealand. And that goes out to neutral. Freer with it, he's gonna collect it. And New Zealand reset, keeping a tired Thailand line out there. And it's Eden with it for a moment, but that comes all the way out. And that's gonna go for icing, so still no change for Thailand. And that's an extended shift for those guys.
Very much so, and it wasn't like they were sitting around doing nothing either. They were under the pump the entire time. I feel like New Zealand might have seen a little something on the tape. They're taking a lot of those longer shots because Thailand goalie seems to be giving up quite a few big rebounds.
Burns ends up with the puck after the faceoff. He gets knocked into the boards by Nicholas, and Burns holds on to it for a moment, but then it's turned over. Amston has it center ice. Sends it in off sides. They tag up. Eden comes back in. Orr comes back in. Burns chases down. But that puck does come out. It's going to go back to Amston. And he's got a little pressure. He gets around that. Passed away. Eden has it. Eyes up. Looking for an entry. Leaves it for Burns on the right side, who's left alone. Hard angle shot, but a good deflection. Orr can't put that in the corner. He just kind of got a deflection again. But two good shots there for New Zealand. Patrick with that puck now. Eden chasing two on the forecheck there, and they get it around to Sean. Sean looking up. That goes over to Nucha Yarnturn. He takes the shot, and that's knocked aside by Chaba. And Simon pushing it out. Gets up to McIntosh. McIntosh halfway. Gains the zone. Comes in the right side looking for a pass. No, he holds on to it and goes around the cage. Going in front, Lachlan Freer with a shot. Backhand off target. That goes into the corner. The shooting gallery well and truly on here, but the quality of shots not quite there yet. The score still 0-0.
Yeah, I just feel like New Zealand, when they get the opportunity, they're just going to have to try and put it up in the corner because they're all hitting the chest at the moment.
Patrick with a long shot. That glove stuck out by Chaba, but that stays well high and hits the plexiglass. It goes across. That's intercepted by Kindborn. Ken Edwin Kindborn. Shot, and that's deflected before it gets anywhere, and it was Tenina with another chance. Ken Edwin with it now as he backhands it. Deflection, and there's a kind of a rebound in front of the slot there. Didn't quite get to Chaba, and it wasn't close enough for him to grab, but it works out. 2-on-2 chance here. Hayward Jones can't get that pass from Devlin, and Thailand reset and try to get the offense going. They give that up to Freer. Freer up to Rusky Jones. Chalice now has it. Chalice with a ripper. Oh, and a glove save there. And that by Kleinshea, flashing the leather.
Yeah, made him work that time, the New Zealand puck carrier. The Chalice here with a shot up high. You can see New Zealand are trying to carry the puck in as much as they can, and Thailand has given them the opportunity, the space to do it.
Yeah, but then you're watching it in the other direction from Thailand as well. They're carrying it across the line, getting that cycle going, looking for good passes, finding lanes.
Regan to take this one. He wins it on the half boards. They hold on to it. It is Chalice again trying to scoot that through. He's going to go collect it in the corner. And Thailand playing a kind of a careful 2-3 here, but it works out for him. Jean moving it up to neutral. Goes up the ice. It's Penarou, but he gives it up, and it's going to be turned around by Freer again. Daig with it. Daig trying to skate through two. Can't do it. A 1-on-2 developing here for Thailand. Shot. Chaba knocking it away. Good position save. That's sent around, but stays in. It's Nucha Yarnturn keeping it in. Nucha Yarnturn with a long shot. Oh, and a deflection. Chaba with some problems with that one as it bounced up and into his left arm where he has his catching glove, and they stop it just in the nick of time.
Thailand are definitely not afraid to throw the puck towards net. They like to flood the zone and then try and get a shot on if they can.
They're doing a great job of having someone in front as well. There's been a lot of deflected and tip attempts
Nicholas and McIntosh for that face-off. McIntosh wins it. Now Orr has it. He's coming up 2-on-3 up the right side. He's going to go ahead and dump that one in as he has Eden on the far corner. He lets that go, gives it to McIntosh. They skate that forward. Orr has it. McIntosh in front. Chance holds, and he just couldn't get it over the blocker. And that is pad saved away. And Thailand turns around. Chananuk with it. He's just going to give it up as he couldn't get a shot off. And New Zealand now has possession again. Orr with it. Orr with a cross-ice pass, but that's intercepted by Sean. Thailand with it. They pass it center ice. Ken Edwin with it. Gains the zone. Then it's turned right back around by Eden. Eden's got a 3-on-1 if they hurry. McIntosh with it. It's Audis up the other side. Audis holds. Audis passes. Shot. And it's a goal for New Zealand as it was McIntosh waiting for the return pass.
A turnover on the blue line by Thailand. I think it was Ken Edwin just gave it up. And then New Zealand had the numbers and they took their time. They were patient. Ian Audis across the front of the net to McIntosh, who buried it.
Yeah, there's a lot of patience in that play. You can see as the 3-on-1 developed, as they're coming through, takes his time, waits for the defenseman to slide across, runs out of real estate and just, drops it back pass across to McIntosh.
And it's funny, it was Audis that went through the line first because he actually was the main guy on that one, just holding and holding and holding. It must have been an eternity for him. But either way, 1-0 the score. Simon with it as he goes through neutral, throws, dumps, and chases. And it's Kleinshay knocking it beside for the Thailand players. They look to get that out. That's Nanaput with the pass. Passed it forward, but missed his target. And it's turned over to Carey. Jacob Carey coming up the left this time. Tries to hold on to it. Gets a good shot. That's kicked away. And there's a penalty that's going to come up. It's going to be Jacob Carey sitting for what looks like a hold.
Either a hold or a hook there, just as the Thailand player was trying to recover the puck in the corner. Just a stick up there.
That's just a matter of strength.
Yeah, they called it a trip, but that's okay.
Yep.
Either way, I was wrong.
It's all right. It's 2 minutes for something. That's the important
2
part.
minutes for something, exactly.
Oh,
now we're going to
yeah.
get to see this Thailand power play and what they've got in store for us.
Face-off won by New Zealand and Stagg with it. That gets taken away from him, but he's going to hold on to it. And he's going to skate this one out a little bit. Doesn't just clear it. Daigle up towards the slot and gets a shot. And that is a fantastic way to start the penalty kill.
That is the best way to kill penalties is go for shorthanded goals.
Yeah, it's an expected power play unit for Thailand. All the top players out there. They're going to have to start all the way back in their own zone, though, and find their way back down ice to start creating some offense.
Tanet winning that one. No, excuse me, that was Patrick Forstner on that one. Patrick with the win, and Thailand setting up their offense. The captain holding on to it. He passes it to Patrick. Sent forward. Tananut up the right. Gives it up to Sean. Up to Ket Enwood. Back to Sean. Now high shot. Chaba with a blocker save. And that's going to go to the length of the ice on target, allowing for a change for New Zealand. Ken Edwin throwing it forward. He gets a pass up to 10 to Nicholas there, and just can't get through the two players. And that's a stop in play and a hand pass call. I think that was a hand pass call.
That's what I saw
Yes,
from
that's
the
what the
referee.
ref did say, yeah.
So not sure exactly where that hand. I didn't see it, but
I felt like he
He
gloved
must
it
have
down.
jumped up and got a mid on
Yeah.
it as it was trying to clear the ice. Thailand stay with the same lineup here, just under a minute gone in the power play for them.
and Devlin wins that faceoff, gives it to Amston as he takes it in 1-on-5. Good way to hold the forecheck there and kill some time. Passed up to Edwin. Edwin gains the zone for Thailand. Holds on to it. And he takes a low shot, hoping for a bad rebound. And a Thai player going down on some very slippery ice.
Very slippery indeed.
That was, Amston just keeping him away from the goalie as he comes in from the right-hand side there. That was a bit of a push, bit of a shove to stay away.
It's all right.
Chubba needs some breathing room.
It was a good strategy there by Thailand, but unfortunately Chubba has just got the glove to it rather than it bouncing off a pad for a pass.
Nicholas winning this one back to Ken Edwin. He's on the point, gets a shot, but that just goes straight into the sweater of Burns, who sends it the length of the ice.
It's a weird one. It just sort of like floated
He's just
it to the middle of the ice.
I feel like we're going to see the fruits of that labour at some point tonight. There must be some reason why he's just floating them in like that.
Nicholas sending it to the side there to Patrick as he goes in the offensive zone for Thailand. Covered up there pretty effectively by Simon. And it goes out and the cycle begins. It's kind of a snug zone there, 2-2 for New Zealand. Ken Edwin getting it on the half board, then passes it. And it's a long shot by Nucha Jankorn. So Ken Edwin getting it back. Nucha Jankorn. And then a pass and a shot. That was some glove love there.
Lightning fast glove there from Chubba.
Yeah, that was Patrick Forstner on that shot from the far point. But almost a little bit of if you can do it over there, Klein Shea, I can show you some leather too. Look at that.
Yeah, there we go. Like picking apples.
There you go. So that face-off won by Thailand. And another save. We are back at 5-on-5 on the ice as that penalty is expired to Jacob Carey.
Looks like he got that one in with the glove and the waffle board there, just sandwiched it.
Yeah, it was like it was quite a strange save, that one.
Another face-off won by New Zealand. Held in at the point by Sudagarn. And that's passed around by McIntosh to Simon, over to Hayward Jones, to Eden. Eden giving it up to Orr. Orr with a pass to McIntosh. Tries to get something through the legs and can't quite get any power on that shot. It's Klein Shea holding on to it for a face-off.
Yeah, a couple of times I've seen New Zealand try and shoot the puck this period, and they either dusted it off just a little bit too much. They could have gone with a one-timer to get the shot away, and they're just getting caught up a little bit, just taking their time. A little bit of an extra move, maybe too much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thailand's doing a good job of getting the stick down, shutting down those opportunities, just interfering with shots and passes.
McIntosh beats Patrick on that, but this time they stop it after there was a warning earlier. So the linesman losing his patience a little bit here. See if he drops it quickly or not. He does. Eden with a shot. Doesn't get through. Taken off of Forster. And it's going to go back to Daigle. He leaves it for Freer. Back to Daig. Daig skates it forward, looking to take it in himself. He does. Takes the shot. Why not? And Kleinshea holds on to it after a quick bobble. And he gets a stop in play. And McIntosh saying, "Hi, how are you?" down low.
Yeah, McIntosh did not get the same treatment in front of the net as the poor player from before when he tried to get close to Chubby. They were treated McIntosh very nicely there.
Very welcoming.
When you get that close, you normally get more than just a little hand in the chest.
That's true. That is very true.
Face-off won by Thailand there. And we're going to do that one again. So the face-off's just becoming a bit of a administrative issue as the puck not being dropped where everybody likes it. So we'll redo it. Audis to take this one for New Zealand.
45 seconds remaining in the period. Not long.
That face-off was won by New Zealand, but that's taken by Patrick, and he gets a 2-on-1 shot, and that goes just off. Chaba looking for it. Chaba not sure. I thought that actually went over and into the netting, but it didn't. It came all the way out. And
what?
Yeah, I don't understand. Nobody really knew where that was, but that's a mystery. Let's see it.
Oh, yeah, it's
It
okay.
just fired way off to the...
Yeah, it came out to the corner.
Huh.
Wow,
Oh, yeah.
that was interesting.
That was interesting. Carey in for that face-off, and the linesman apologizing and didn't drop it the right way again. Patrick and Carey having a laugh over it. We'll do it again. That goes out to Ken Edwin. Fired very high, and a center field pop-up held by Chaba, one out in
Catching
the
a
inning.
fly ball from way back there.
Yeah, how's that? I think he's out.
Oh,
With the
yeah,
catch
sees
there.
it coming the whole way. There you go.
They call that a can of corn when you're out in the outfield. You're just waiting for it. I have no idea where that came from, but that's what
Well,
that
at least
was.
the roof here is white, so you could probably pick it up.
That's a very good point. Thailand winning this one. Ken Edwin with it. Long shot, but he's just kind of putting it in the corner. Kind of a pass shot more than anything. Back out to the point. And that gets all the way through the Chaba on that one, but Burns with it, and it's going to be New Zealand trying to break this out 2-on-2. Devlin holding. Devlin long shot again. Klein Shea holding on to it with no problem as we approach the end of the first period.
Repeat shots on the pads from New Zealand, trying to get that rebound. Like you mentioned it earlier, Joel.
Yeah.
He's been giving up a couple. And so
I feel like they might have seen something in previous games, perhaps, that maybe he does give up those rebounds. So they're shooting as a passing opportunity almost, you know?
Well, we'll see how that develops. It also requires somebody else to be in that slot area to pick it up. So
Yeah,
McIntosh should take this one just a few seconds to go on the scoreboard. That gets won by Freer, or out to Freer. Low shot by Day. That's outside the pipes, and that's going to go out to neutral. And we'll see how much time we have left. Patrick holds on to it as the buzzer goes off. Guys, 1-0 the tally here. The shots definitely lopsided, not different. It's pretty much Thailand's, that's been how they've gone all three games thus far. They get outshot quite a bit.
Yep.
One goal on the board, so at least it's a lead. How do you guys feel as far as the chemistry and what you saw there today?
Well, I can certainly see one of the lines that I really like. That is the young line, Jacob Carey, Ian Ortis, and Marcus McDonald, who's moved up the line. They're young, they're fast, and I like what they're doing. I didn't see them too much towards the end there. We saw a lot of McIntosh, Chris Eden, and I believe Joe War as well.
Yes.
But you know that period there, it felt like it was even at the start. New Zealand tipped the ice a little bit, but then it sort of evened out towards the end there a little bit. And the shots, they're not as far apart as you would think.
Yep. Well, I think what did we have them? I think the official one.
5 to 10 or something like that.
Yeah, it was about a 2-1, but not entirely unusual. It's just that obviously Thailand had a pretty good set of shots as far as quality was concerned. New Zealand had quantity. They had lots of quantity.
Yes.
And early on in the period when they had sequences of 2 or 3 shots, I felt like that was the most dangerous that they were. And it's also kind of they had the goal came from a odd man rush in that case, but the other dangerous chances were all when they were in sequence and coming out from behind the net. That bodes well to me as far as what I'm seeing strategically. And we saw that they had changed it. There's less dump and chase, more of a 2 and 3 man to the back wall kind of a play. So some big adjustments there. But Joel, Thailand, how do you feel as far as their approach to this whole thing?
They are going really hard. Like you can see just the way they're moving the puck up the ice. There's a lot of odd man rushes they're getting as well. They're breaking it across the blue line, pulling up, letting the second man come through, getting the passing happening. And a lot of their shots are going in with a deflection in front as well. Yep. So they're winning those battles in front of the net, getting a stick to that initial shot and creating some havoc there for Chubba. He's been up to the task so far, but doesn't take much for one of those little tips to, pop in, and then, who knows where that changes the momentum of the game.
They look for it. Ken Edwin Kindborn, who was the Defensive Player of the Year last year for Thailand, he loves to throw that one in, and I think they're all taking sort of a page out of his book, and they're all throwing it in, looking for not just a shot on goal, but looking for a play on the back door, looking for the tip in front, trying to create some chaos, and that's how they can get some points here. They've certainly had a few opportunities on the rush. They haven't had a lot of sustained pressure. They haven't had multiple shifts down in New Zealand zone, but we wouldn't expect that maybe from their play style. It's in, it's out, it's quick. They shoot the puck hard. It usually can ring around the board and come back out. So, 1-0, it's a tight game. It could be anyone's from here.
Yeah, I think the second period is either going to break open or it's going to be the tight game that we see. I don't think the third period is going to offer much change. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen on the long shifts, and somebody's going to get caught out because Thailand, they just the numbers that they have on the bench, they're playing 2 lines again, just like we saw with Taipei.
Yep.
True, but the work ethic that they seem to have so far, and it'll be interesting to see as we get deeper into that second and into the third whether the legs do start running out a little bit. But they seem young enough and tenacious enough that they might be able to maintain and skate with New Zealand.
They got us beat anyway.
Absolutely,
Righto, we're going to take a wee break there, folks. We've got period 2 coming up for you very shortly. Do not go away. No mai, hoki mai. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Matt Worth, and I'm here with Matt Chavez and Joel Brennan, bringing you all the action from here in the Dunedin Ice Stadium for the 2025 IIHF Men's Ice Hockey World Championships Division 2B. We've got a 1-0 score here at the moment. It's New Zealand up against Thailand, courtesy of a Colin McIntosh goal. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights from period one.
Yeah, let's take a look at this first one here. Just a good shot by Thailand. A rebound given up by Chavo, but that goes off into the corner. Kind of a foreshadowing of what they did a lot. Good chance here by New Zealand, and a big rebound given up.
Yeah, it's an initial shot right into the middle of the goalkeeper there, and I think New Zealand just need to slow it down and start picking these shots just a little better going forward in this game.
This is where you see him coming off the wall here, and you've got just this. Yeah, it's a power play. So if you get this player here into a position where you've got kind of a man advantage coming at this player, that's exactly what you want to do if you're New Zealand's power play. So we'll move that one forward. You can take a look and see just exactly there. If he gives up a rebound, there's 3 players around the net. That's exactly what they need to do if they want to get that offense going on special teams.
Yeah, I think as we saw from there, you need players to space out a little bit more and give them opportunity to kind of move the puck around.
Yeah, and here's another one here where you've got Joe Orr right in front. Thailand need to do a better job kind of picking up man-to-man in this situation. They're a zone team.
Yeah, they just dropped down a little low down here, don't they?
Yep. And when that's the rebound that they're looking for, it's they're playing for it.
That was a really good save by Kleinshay there.
It really was. This one, fantastic save by Kleinshay. It's just, I mean, if you take a look at this one, it is.
Colin McIntosh will normally score these ones all day.
Yeah, that's it's shocking that it didn't go in, really.
Here's the goal.
Yep. Yeah, and this is textbook stuff. If we see it from behind here, when you get this 3-on-1, again, it's this player right here on the power play for New Zealand that Thailand is behind. And once you have 3 players in this kind of a sequence, it's a matter of patience. Audis showed patience here, and when he did, he held, and then closed it. And just like the other one, this one McIntosh puts away and gets the only goal on the board for New Zealand.
That gives us a 1-0 scoreline, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it showed great patience there to just wait out that sliding defenseman, put it across the to Colin McIntosh.
Yeah, it's a high IQ play there, and it matters because if you put the opponent in a position like that, you have to make those shots. And they've done it a few times. Just converting those chances that they've had has been the difficulty so far this tournament, it seems like. And again, what I was saying at the beginning of this game, if you're going to see it, you're going to see it right here in the second period. If they start turning this into conversions, in these good chances into goals, this may turn this tournament around. If Thailand continue to hold everybody off, then you're going to see a tight game just like we saw with Chinese Taipei, and it's going to be a nail-biter.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was good to see Ian Audis with that primary assist on that goal. He's one of the younger players in the Ice Blacks team, along with a couple others. Marcus McDonald is another one making the debut this year for New Zealand. And they're the future of New Zealand going forward. In the next few years, we're going to see more and more of them in the black jersey, playing for the Ice Blacks and showing some confidence when they get out there.
Players like Axel Rusky-Jones as well.
Another one.
Reagan.
Here we go with second period action at the Dunedin Ice Stadium. It's the Ice Blacks against Thailand. Thailand with a puck on the fresh ice. They gain the zone here, and that's Tanatut not getting control of that, and it's turned back around. McIntosh goes up the right side looking for some help. He gives it to Eden in front. It goes to the right side, out top, shot, and that one whistles by as Freer gets one, but just goes left. John with it now. He passes. No, he doesn't. He kind of whiffed on it, and that stays along the red line. And Thailand having a hard time kind of moving it through neutral. Linesman trying to get away from that, and that will go for icing as it was just on the wrong side, I think, and that will cause a face-off to go back in the defensive end for New Zealand.
That play, that was a close thing from Lockie Frere.
It really was. It just whistled by, didn't it?
Is it Lockie or Mitchell Frere? Mitchell Frere.
I think that was Mitchell on that
Frere,
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's from the point.
One of the Frere brothers. Yeah, that was a great pass from Eden up the centre.
Patrick to take this one for Thailand. He wins it. It goes out halfway, but it's turned over. And Jacob Carey gives that pass over to Chris Eden. Comes in onside, passes it. That gets taken away from him. And they turn it back around. Thailand with a chance to go 3-on-2 here. Patrick with it coming up the right side, skating behind the net. Comes in for a wraparound chance, or a just kind of coming back out. And Chaba up for it. He keeps the pads low, waits for the puck, and then just puts his mid on it when he gets a chance.
Yeah, you can see he just comes around, just tries to stuff it home there, but Chubba had that pad down nice and locked in. Wasn't allowing anything to go down there. No rebound either.
Another face-off, but this one goes to New Zealand. Anson's got it. Anson gets it halfway up the boards. They pass that out, and Carey gets it up to McDonald. McDonald holding, leaving it. Carey with it. Good move there in front. Goes 5-hole. Gets a stop. And Kleinshea up to the challenge on that one. A good chance for New Zealand as Carey had the puck on a stick just a meter from the top, but it's McDonald with it. He's going to walk it in, take a shot. That gets blocked by Kleinshea, and it looks like Kleinshea had it. He did have it under his glove. That's a stop in play.
Jumped on that one.
Talk about chemistry here. Marcus McDonald and Jacob Carey combining for an absolute belter of a chance. Carey took it to the net, and I don't think he just either went 5-hole, he didn't get underneath it when he got in, and it was a couple of rebounds as well. She was a close thing there for New Zealand.
I like that line combination.
I do
Face
as well.
off, won by Thailand. They just get it out of the zone. It does come out and back to neutral. Everybody tags up. Thailand has it, and that's held by Ken Edwin. Goes to Nucci Antorn. He throws it in, and that goes up and out of play for a face-off as it hits the netting behind Chaba. This one will come out to the far side. It'll be Simon taking that one.
Nice to see Nataya Torn carrying that one in. We normally see Ken Edwin carrying the puck in, but his the junior defensive partner there taking a responsibility.
Face-off thrown around a little bit and held by Thailand. Nucci Atorn getting it out to the point, but that's turned around, and it is New Zealand with the puck now. It's Atwell. Atwell swinging it up. It gets taken away by Jean. Thailand have it again up top. That's knocked away. It'll be Ken Edwin with it for a moment. He circles, takes a low shot, looking for a deflection. Goes behind the net. Pass out, and that's going to be turned over. Atwell's got it. He's looking at a 2-on-2. Weak pass there to Simon, but it's cleaned up by Freer in the back, and Devlin's got it. He's going to send it back to neutral. It'll be Chalice. Chalice is going to come up the left. He's 1-on-3. He holds on to it. Pass in front, and it's a chance for Daig, but he couldn't pull the trigger as his stick was slightly lifted. And then it's Rusky Jones getting it away from two players. It's Regan with it now, and back to Chalice. Chalice with a good pass there. Shot. That hits him in the chest. Regan with it going up and over after it hits looked like a shoulder pad over Kleinshea. And Thailand getting away with it again. There's Regan jumping that possession. He gets the puck, and the Thai team not having a good time getting out of their defensive third. Daig with a low shot, didn't get all of that. That's turned around, and it'll be a pass forward to Patrick. He's got a chance to pass a very open player as Freer and Daigle couldn't decide who to take on that one. They both took the puck carrier, and that was Thailand's best chance in the second period by far.
Panarud really close there, just didn't get the one-timer.
Patrick with it, turns it back to Sudagarn. Sudagarn passing it up to Nanapat. Sent forward, and it's Chaba holding on to that one as no rebound given up.
Yeah, you can see the Thailand team has some really nice chemistry here. They play a really flowing game. You know, there's lots of nice passing, and they just always seem to be able to find that second player.
Yeah, they're leaving their F3 sitting at the point or at the red line, trying to hide and get away and play. You guys were talking, what was it, Seagull hockey?
Seagull,
yep. Just trying to get that pass a long ways out if they can, and they've been connecting on a few of them. Nanapat with it for a moment, then it's turned over to Tepinatud, and back to Nanapat. Tennant. Now back to New Zealand. And a call there for icing, or so offsides, and it was Tennant that was just never cleared.
Look at making that chance for Thailand on the 2-on-1. It was a really tough pass for Panarut. It was really actually a bit of a floater, so he had no chance of getting that one in. And that offside, unlucky, hit him in the chest, bounced forward, back into the zone.
So an intentional offside, and that's why McIntosh wins that one in the offensive zone there. And that's knocked back through and behind the cage. New Zealand continuing with possession. That was in front for just a moment in Kleinsche, and that's going to get knocked out. Amston's going to collect it, send it to the other side of the ice. Eden there first. Eden holding on to it, passed up the middle. Amston's going to take it right up the guts. Takes a shot, gloved, and rebound given up for a moment, but then Kleinsche puts a glove on it and gets a stop.
Joe Wall was streaking through the middle there, looking for any kind of a rebound. It would popped out for just a second.
That's exactly why Joe Orr was there, was he waiting for that to pop out of his glove. It just turned out that Kleinsche was able to jump on it.
Close it down.
Face-off won by nobody because the linesman didn't ever drop it. And it's Kerry and Nicholas to take that. Shot by New Zealand. That's going to get shoved aside. It was Audis with a chance. Then it's turned over. Kerry with it. Kerry with a pass to McDonald. Shot, low shot. That's kicked aside. And into the corner. Simon with it. Low shot. That's not deflected, but that's what they were looking for off Audis. Kerry with it. Collects it halfway through. Skating through several players, but that gets taken off his stick. Now he steals it back just to hold on to it for a moment. He's getting two players against him every time he sees the puck. Nicholas with it. He dumps it in. And a chance for Thailand. Shot that goes off the side netting. John taking an easy one there with or a tough shot, on the goal line, and it's turned around. McDonald with it. McDonald holding on to it. McDonald whiffs, and that gets dumped into the corner again, and it's Kerry there first. John knocking him down. Two players there for Thailand, and it's Nucha Yatorn trying to get some physicality into this game. That's passed over to Ken Edwin. Ken Edwin with the somewhat dangerous pass back into the slot. But he gets it back. Two players back out on that, and it'll be turned over to Devlin. They're 3-on-1 if they go quick. Pass forward, and that deflection didn't quite happen. That connection to Lachlan Freer, very close. And some physical attempts there, but nothing but hurting the board at that case. Back to neutral, Thailand with it. Patrick takes it in. No, he does not take it in onside. That is held up as it was Nanaput that was offsides.
Here's Devlin putting in a solid hit, almost put the player into the New Zealand bench with a hit there. We haven't seen that yet, I don't believe, in this tournament. No, both teams trading chances here, aren't they, Joel?
Absolutely. It was a great pass by Devlin, just sliding it through there.
And Devlin wins another face-off. Day gets to Atwell. Atwell neutral. He's going to send it in, but that's going to get sent out just as quickly. It is offsides. Atwell not able to hold it in, and we'll get us face-off at the dot.
Thailand had a really good play before where they took it down low. Then they just held up in the corner, showed some great patience. The centering pass found the man all alone. I thought he was going to shoot it. He didn't shoot it, though. He just faked the shot.
Yes.
Put it to the weak side, and then I think the shot, the one timer, just off the side of the net.
Yeah, it was just a little bit low.
Thailand winning that face-off. It turned over. Eden's going to chop at it, but I think his glove came off. He was hit on the hands. That's what's on the ice there. McIntosh with it.
Another putt with the without the glove there.
It is. McIntosh still holding on to it. Leaves it at the blue line, and that's Freer losing it, and he passes it. It's Suwachirat with a chance, but they take it right off of him, and New Zealand continues with it. Eden's trying to get that puck. Doesn't go out to as far as he was. That's Day going to have to chase it back. Eden out at the half board. They force that into the corner. Day pushes his guy into the corner. And that's turned over. Day into the corner. He's got possession for the moment, but he's taken down. Arm stays down. And that goes out to neutral. Sudagarn had it, and then he gives it to Ken Edwin. That's going to be a long pass forward and a dump and chase for... I think that was Rapi, yeah. Yep. And that's passed forward through neutral, deflected. No icing here. That's going to be on target. and Thailand picks it up. Looking for an outlet. Tepanatad is dispossessed, and it's McIntosh with the puck now. Gives it to Callum Burns, sending it forward. No icing here. Arm stays down. That puck goes to the point. Pass to the side. Shot by Amston, high and wide. Goes back to the point. He's going to get another chance maybe. And it goes around the corner. Regan into that corner and gets dispossessed. That goes around and is held in. No, not held in at the point. Burns went for the hit and forgot the puck. Well, that's okay. It goes back to Amston, back to Regan. Regan brings it in the left side. Passed again. Amston collects it at the blue line. Takes a long shot. Deflection. Was not seen by Kleinshay. And that puck stays active in the offensive zone. Amston steps up, takes the shot, deflected. Doesn't get on target again into that right corner. And sustained possession for New Zealand. Out to the point. Amston with a shot. Right in the middle, deflection. Chance that flutters. It's outside the pipes. And New Zealand continues to look like they're on the power play 5-on-5 here. Amston with it, skates it up the left side, takes a shot. That's deflected off a stick. Gets it back. Tries to pass it. Now it's turned over. Thailand have it. It's Sudagarn coming up and getting the line change they desperately need, giving up possession. Burns has it. He goes for the outlet pass up to Regan. Regan goes off the ice, and Audis probably would have been there first, but that was judged as icing.
Wow, what an amazing effort there by New Zealand. Just passing across to Steph Amston there on the left-hand side, teeing up the one-timer after one-timer.
Yeah, 4 or 5 shots at it, didn't he?
Yep. And they were dialing in every single time. They're getting a little closer, a little closer.
Tenanut to take this. No, it's not. It's Nicholas against Regan. Nicholas wins it. Nanapat with a shot. That's deflected, never gets through. And New Zealand have possession. Amston with it, sends it backwards to McDonald. That's sent out to neutral, and everybody has to chase this one down. Audis gets there with Jean. Jean gets it first, and Thailand sets up their possession. That's passed to the other side over to Ken Edwin. He sends it forward, and it is Nanapat again. And New Zealand dispossessed him. Goes to Carey. Carey looking for a long pass. Goes up to McDonald. He puts it off his skate, kicks it in the corner, picks it up, passes it behind the cage, and that's turned over to Thailand. Ken Edward for the long stretch pass. Hayward Jones getting there in time, and a good defensive effort as Thailand had a chance on a one-on-one there, and that's going to go up to Audis. Audis holds, leaves it, dump pass, Carey shot, deflected. Good save there by Thailand. It was Kleinshay knocking it left, or to his right, and it was just enough. And that puck goes around as Thailand gets a lot of changes there, just a little bit of pressure for Chananuk, and that goes into the corner. It's Audis on the forecheck as New Zealand chooses to change up. They send that back around, and it's going to be McDonald who's still out there looking to give that to a teammate, but he gets it taken off his stick. Passed forward, but not out of the zone. Dropped in. Lachlan Freer with a shot and getting the face-off as he gets a glove save by Kleinshay.
What a keep by Lachlan Freer. He caught that with one hand. It looked to be exiting the zone, and he got the chance. But I'm seeing some good chemistry between this line.
Yeah, they're doing a really, really good job out there. Just seem to be finding each other, just knowing what the other one's thinking.
That face-off one again. Daig's got it. He took a shot, doesn't get through, turned over, and a good save by Daig for a moment, holding things up, but it is a 2-on-1, and another good defensive play by New Zealand, breaking that up. Mitchell Freer with the defense here, and that's going to turn over to a 2-on-1 the other way. Lachlan Freer with it. Atwell can't do anything with it as he was skating by, trying to get a pass, but defensively there for the Thai team, doing a great job knocking it back. I think that was Patrick and Parnarut that broke that one up, and Daig's going to get this puck in the back. He looks for the long pass up to Atwell, who's still out on the ice. Atwell has it. No help. 1-on-4, but he holds on to the puck as the rest of New Zealand's team gets into the offensive zone. That's turned over. Thailand has it, turned back, and Orr has to wait for it as they were offside. He loses it in the meantime, And it'll be Chris Eden with the puck as he skates around 2 Thai players, leaves it for McIntosh. McIntosh gains the zone, holds it, looks for the pass, sends it forward. That's Eden in front, takes a sweeping shot at the 5-hole, can't get it through, gets it back, and he holds on to it. And that's skated out of the blue line, so Eden's going to have to reset as he was trying to get to Burns. Now it goes to Orr, and somebody, I think Eden jumped that one on the other side.
Oh, what I would give for a left-handed shot on that opportunity that New Zealand had. But as it stands, New Zealand has about 20 right-hand shots and about 2 or 3 left-hand shots on the team. So Atwell had to pull it to the forehand to try and get a shot away on that break with Lockie Frere.
Another face-off win for New Zealand, who are bossing the face-off circles so far. The face-off dots, they're friends. And they gain the zone one more time as they come up the right side, looking for another chance to actually complete one of these offensive opportunities that they keep getting. That one bounces out. And a solid hit there by Joe Orr as he takes...
Hamrupi got him.
Yeah, he really got the worst of that one. Back and forth at neutral, but it's the Thai team coming back in. And a chance for a moment, but fleeting moment, and it's turned over. Thailand was still with 3 players in the offensive zone, and that is Nicholas with it, but he passes it a little too far, and they have to reset. Well, a good chance for Thailand to turn that around, and they couldn't pull the trigger.
I'm really starting to see a lot of fatigue from the Thai team here now. You see their passing's not as crisp. They're not winning those puck battles, and we're about halfway through the match, through the game. So
Burns to Amston, up to Ruski Jones. He's chasing this one down. He gets there first into the corner, but he gets it picked off his stick by Nucha Yantorn. But that's turned around. McIntosh with it with another jump in the lane. And he holds on to it, trying to get a pass in the slot. He's somewhat successful. Chalice has it, but has to take it into the corner. He's got 4 players on him, and that gets turned around, but not for long as New Zealand holds possession with it. Regan has it up the left. They come back in. Everybody tags up. Regan looking for some help. Takes the shot anyways. That's knocked aside. Kleinshade just in the right spot, waiting for that to happen, but he gave up a big rebound, and the possession stays with New Zealand. They have it for a moment. That's turned around. John with it. John's going to come up the ice. He's got a 2-on-1 if John hurries. John up the right side, gets the pass. He can't lift it enough, and it is Regan knocked into the goal as play is stopped. And, boy, it's a good thing that Alex Regan had a helmet on.
I think he just did this all by himself here. Just diving to save the play.
Yep, diving to save that pass across.
Yeah, he
Putting body on the line.
He couldn't get out of the way there at the end. He's diving.
He got the puck. He did a really good job to break it up.
Yep.
Oops.
No stopping that.
I mean, to be fair, he probably did save that play from being a goal, so good on him.
Yeah, that 2-on-1 breakup, that may prove very beneficial in the outcome of this game.
Yes, very much so.
So they've got the nets back on the mooring, and it'll be the aforementioned Regan taking this face-off, so he's fine.
5.5 minutes left in period 2 here.
And passed around by Thailand. They're looking for some sort of an outlet or offensive chance. Ken Edwin with it as he dances with it. Takes a pass into the slot. That's bounced around, but nothing doing there for Thailand. It's New Zealand taking this out. Simon throwing it into the corner. They go for a change. And it's Audis jumping back in on it. But Thailand get it out of the zone. They get a 1-on-3 here. Patrick with a good move. Patrick is going to draw a penalty, and that'll be possession there. So Patrick getting Daig turned around, and Daig's going to serve too.
Yeah, finally seeing some dangerous play from Patrick Forstner there, just being around the defense, drew the penalty, and we haven't seen a whole lot of individual play from the leading scorers from Thailand. I expect as the game goes on and if they're still behind, we'll see more of them trying to do
exactly going for that push to try and make something happen.
Yeah. And they've come to expect goals from these players from their top line as well. And if it's not happening, you expect them just to try a little bit harder. Personally,
Sean with it out at the right side. That goes out of the zone, and Thailand are going to have to reset their offense here. The regular penalty killers out on the ice. Freer, McIntosh, And it's Burns and Amston out there for New Zealand. Chance in front. That's a good pass in front, but it just didn't quite connect. It was Tenenut in front. Tenenut still in front. And another shot here by Jean, and a score! Jean in front, and New Zealand give up a power play goal to Thailand. This one's tied up 1-1.
Talk about the patience here as well. He just makes that play.
That's the penalty.
To,
I'm sure we'll see this goal here.
It was really just Jean walking it in, getting a rebound, and dumping it home. That's all this is. And and in that case,
yeah, you watch that rebound pop out there.
Yep.
Picks it up, takes his time, little stick handle, top shelf. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, you got Callum Burns committed. It goes past him, and
he's just got that step off like
Yeah, and he picked the right corner and nailed it. Yep. And that's why we're tied up 1-1. New Zealand with the puck, and New Zealand with a lot of good chances here this evening's game, and just the conversion's not there. We'll see if they change that. Right in front, they had a chance, couldn't pull the trigger. Thailand coming out 2-on-3 here. They have the puck, and it's Penarut with it. Penarut taking the shot, and that goes off to the half boards. Taken away by New Zealand. That pass intercepted from Johor to Eden. And it's Penarut again. He's got two players against him, and a New Zealand team pulling that puck away. Looking for a pass up front. Simon being careful with it, as he should, and that's turned back to Hayward Jones. Up to Eden. Eden can't hold on to it, doesn't go in the zone. Simon decides to dump it in, hits the linesman, and it looks like it was judged offsides.
Here's a replay of the Thailand goal. Just a hard shot in from Ken Edwin. And then just a drag here from John. Really nice play there. Just to make sure that the defender is well out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. Very similar to the patience shown by the New Zealand goal as well. Just that extra little second to let the defender slide on by when they're blocking.
And that's Nicholas winning a faceoff for Thailand. They have the puck. They get it out into neutral. They're 1-on-2. Again, a long pass. That one trying to connect with Tenenut. He can't get that puck. Daig's coming up the left side. Daig with it. Daig takes a shot. That hits the side netting. Gets the fans excited because they saw the twine move. And that's a close one as that's just dumped in front. Daig with another shot. Shoulder save into the corner. And some urgency being shown here by New Zealand, as they need to unlevel the score, as it's 1-1 with Thailand looking up at good chances so far in this second period. Daig with it, takes it in the zone. Lachlan Freer with a high shot to score.
Oh, wow.
That was a sniper shot as it goes right over Kleinshay's head and hits that back corner, and it makes it 2-1. They finally convert one of those sniper shots.
Not a lot you can do about that as a goalie, unless you can get your head right up in the corner there. But a nice keep in from Daig. Gives it to Lachlan Freer.
Oh, what a hard angle too.
Yep.
He's basically on the goal line there when he shoots that.
Kleinshay did have his head in, but he had to squeeze down just enough, and that's where you really do want a tall goaltender, because that's the difference between that being a goal and not.
Absolutely.
Thailand with the puck, and they want to get this back on level terms. Nanapat sending it in. He gets a deflection that was somewhat friendly just off the side there. Goes right of the post. And New Zealand flying up here with Chalice, and the offense has definitely opened up for both sides. That pass going just over the blade, and Rumpapi coming through here. He's got the zone, looks up, and he took a hit for his troubles. That's passed back around halfway, but it doesn't go out for New Zealand. Now it does. Thailand has it. They look for a change, couple of changes. Burns is going off, no, just one. And it'll be Nuchi Yantorn giving it to Nanapat, up to Jean. Jean moving it forward. Jean, the scorer, takes another one. Oh, that was close, but it hit the outside netting. Everybody held their breath in the building for a moment because they thought it was a repeat of that one, but no, it stays out. And it'll be Thailand with the puck. Nuchi Yantorn holding on to it. Nuchi Yantorn getting the holding call He's going to get the call, 2 minutes against Orr for holding.
Not what New Zealand need this late in the second period, giving up another power play.
Not. See, just gets tangled up there. Just can't quite pull it out in time.
So that's going to be almost the entirety of the remaining part of the second period that Thailand will be on the power play.
And immediately they bring out their top players as well.
Patrick winning that one. They pass that out to Jean. Jean gives it up to Ken Edwin. Back to Jean. They stretch the zone, go as high as they can. Ken Edwin has it, goes deep into the corner to Jean. Jean back out to Ken Edwin. Takes the shot, deflected, and that goes just off the netting. Does that get out? It will not. It does because it's deflected away. And a chance here. Jacob Carey all alone on a chance. Short-handed opportunity. He's knocked over. And he is tripped up while he's got the puck. It looked like Kleinshea actually got his skate there with a stick, but we'll see on the replay when we get a chance. Thailand continues on here. Dangerous there for a short-handed, but they get the puck right back and have a chance. Oh, and a good shot there. Chaba with a glove save, but Patrick with a good wrister and action end-to-end. That's a great chance for Carey, just sitting there. It's
really
almost like one of those penalty shots, right?
Yeah, well and truly. Well, yeah, there's no one in front of him except the goalie.
Kleinshea did not give up that left-hand post, though. He just kept that
he
leg.
did not bite on that. It's very, 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 very well played by him.
It's a Paris Hyde move there. One, the quick stop and then bring it back.
Another face-off not happening here, so we'll see if Devlin's going to take this against Nicholas. Stick down, and they drop it. New Zealand winning that one. It doesn't quite get to the blue line, though. A check at that blue line by Atwell, and now it does go the length of the ice. Devlin's going to be on the forecheck here, and that forces Thailand to reset Ken Edwin with it, leaving it forward to that was Nuchayatorn. Takes a shot. That's outside. Hits the board. Stays in. Half boards for Thailand. They move it around into the corner. Out high for Nuchayatorn. Nuchayatorn with it. Leaves it outside to Panarut. And his shot, no deflection, goes in. Saved with the glove by Chaba.
Thailand's got a pretty good power play. They do move the puck around a lot, and they do often quite get that shot through onto the goalkeeper.
Yep.
And they're kind of asking New Zealand to spread that zone. They're just begging for it, and that's why they're taking the outside shot. Ken Edwin with it at the point. Takes a low drive in pass-wise, and he's trying to find somebody. They cycle behind Chaba's net. They get it in front, and that's going to send as far as the blue line. Stays in. Ken Edwin with another shot, returns it, deflected, and a chance. John has it now. And we get a stop in play, and it looks like maybe it's equipment. That is, I want to either say it's a helmet issue or the post. It is the post, yep.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on there. But we see the shot from the point coming through again. Now that one deflected, hit the player right in front, but he was quick enough to turn around and get a quick shot and draw a very quick reaction save from Chaba.
Great save there, and another face-off going to Thailand on the power play. They've been out faced off for if that's a word for a while, but they seem to keep winning them on the power play
when they need to.
Kenny sending it in. Boy, Ken Edwins, if you hear the stick on the ice, that's him asking for it out at the point. That's in front. Chaba in a good position, turns it over, and now New Zealand want to move through. He takes a shot to beat the horn. It was Chris Eden, but not on target. And that does clear the penalty, so they won't go into the third period a man down. That's off the boards. But guys, let me just start off here as we kind of wrap this second period. All of the things that I've been seeing here, we were talking about this before. Were they going to open things up? Kind of. I mean, it feels like the offense was very open on both sides, but again, I'm just looking at it from a conversion standpoint. Neither team converting here. New Zealand getting a broad sense of choice here as far as the chances that they get. And outside of one goal that was a fantastic, perfectly placed puck no scramble goals, no anything from outside, just that one goal. It doesn't feel like it's being converted, and we're back where we were with Chinese Taipei with a 2-1 goal or a 2-1 game, and it's going to be a tight one going into the third.
Yeah, you're right. It is a tight one, and New Zealand's got to be careful because Thailand looks really good on the power play. So even if they can hold a slim lead, a 2-goal lead, if they give up a power play, it could be back on instantly with the way Thailand is playing.
Yeah, well, you talk about the power play. Thailand's actually ranked number 1 in power play in this tournament so far. New Zealand, number 6.
Yeah.
So, there's a great statistic that New Zealand should really not be looking to let Thailand go onto the power play because they have the opportunity to really make them pay.
Yeah, especially the penalty down here with Joe Orr. He didn't look like he was trying to get a penalty or try to upend the play. He just looked like he was trying to physically play against the player and then just got too much and got a little bit too into it, and then suddenly it becomes a shooting gallery for the Thai team to finish up the period. Luckily, Chaba's been very sharp in goal.
He has, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's had a lot of shots come through from that point, and not just clean ones, but messy ones too. Reaction saves from Chaba have been very good tonight.
Yeah, he's been good at not giving up the rebounds as well, just really covering the park, killing the play, living to fight another day.
And if anybody's not sure what the offensive plan is for Thailand, Ken Edwin told us exactly what the plan is. Get him the puck, because he let everybody know in the stadium, I want that puck because I want that long shot and I want a deflection because they feel that that's their best chance.
Yep.
So far, they pretty much are correct on that. They've had their best chances that way, but they're not converting as well. So we've got a nice tight defensive game even though the offense is flowing.
Yeah, so it's a close game here in Dunedin, New Zealand, at the Dunedin Ice Stadium. New Zealand versus Thailand. Day 3, points on the offer. Who's going to come away with a win? We're going to go away, come back in 10 minutes' time for period 3. See you then. No mai, hoki mai, folks. Welcome back to the Dunedin Ice Stadium here in Otipoti, Dunedin, New Zealand. We have got ourselves a very tight game here on a Wednesday night.
Yep.
It's 2-1 New Zealand with a slim lead against a very good Thailand team who have been looking very good on the power play. Just the 2 goals in the second period. We're going to take a look at those and some other highlights right now.
Let's take a look at a couple of shots here first. This was Thailand getting what was, I think, their best chance here. And you can see as this comes across the ice, this is just a really simple overcommit here. 2 players, easy. It just should never happen. And this, if he connects there, that's an easy goal. You'll see it come up the same side here. You can't lose somebody on that far side. And if he connects, Chaba's in trouble there. Another chance here for New Zealand. Drop pass for Carey. Ripped this one, but this is good give and go play. I like to see this with that line. That's a
Well, yeah, we've seen a couple of those.
good drop pass there and a good shoulder save. This is Thailand's goal here. And as that big rebound comes up, we'll see this from behind, but that is such a good, classy drag move to get that behind.
Yeah, created by shots from the point, which they've been doing all game.
Yeah, so you see the overcommitment here. Now, this is on the power play, right? So it's 4 players out there, but but once you get this guy to sneak in over on this side, he gets to walk in, and the inevitable happens there. That's just a high percentage shot every time. But that move to wait and hit the spot was classy.
Yeah, a little toe drag.
This will be New Zealand's goal here, and boy, in a way it's against the run of play because it was just a shot, and look at how far he gets pushed out. Like, this is where we're talking right up to this goal line here, and when that happens, you just kind of have to watch this. We'll try to slow it down a little bit here. He goes all the way out of frame, and then the puck comes in right there, and when that goes by, you see the great positioning there by the Thailand goalie, and still makes it. Like, that's just Lachlan Freer making that from a very hard angle. And then another chance here by Carey as he got tripped up while he had the puck, and it just kind of moved away. But this was a great chance.
Yeah, it's a short-handed chance, and the goalie stood up strong, kept that left pad hard against the post, and Jacob Carey just got stopped there, unfortunately, from the New Zealand fans' sides of things. But Benjamin David Kleinshay, just an outstanding performance so far. 34 shots on, saved 32 of them. You can't ask for much more from your goalie, can you?
No, especially when you're expecting that many shots to come in. In fact, maybe you could even say New Zealand's a little bit light in the number of shots that they've taken on target, especially compared to some of the other games that we've seen. Thailand are expecting this. They are relying on Kleinshay to be that backstop and allow them to play outward, play aggressively, and it's working. And it's just a matter of, again, we're coming down to who's going to convert their chances. They've been decent chances. New Zealand's had some pretty good chances, but none of that counts. We don't go by shots on goal as to who wins. It's just goals.
Yeah, and the fans here at the Dunedin Ice Stadium will be looking for New Zealand to score for more, but there's a few Thailand fans here as well. I'd like to give a big shout out to Avi and Asha Kanaksuksukhan, who have come down to watch with their mother, staying up late on a Wednesday night, school night.
And here we go, third period action here at the Dunedin Ice Stadium. The New Zealand team getting the puck off the face-off, dump and chase immediately. That bounces off the back of the goal. Thailand have it, and we get underway. That's passed back to neutral. McIntosh keeps it through 3 players, gets a good pass forward. It's going to be Carey up the left side. Carey with a shot. That goes behind, and not missing by much, stays in. Freer keeps it in, goes past Carey, goes around the back side, and it's Thailand with the puck as they move it out to neutral. And they hold on to it. Jean with it onside as he's looking for somebody to pass it to. He does. It's turned over, though, as it's Tananut not able to take the shot. Daigle's with it. Gains the zone. 3 players in. He takes a low wrister and comes out hot on the rebound and goes around to the corner. Eden collects it at the half boards. He's got it. it'll be Day going for a change. Shot in a goal against the run of play, and it looks like McIntosh with a deflection here, and that puts one behind Kleinshaw, making it 3-1.
After a quick up ice play from New Zealand, they got a shot on it originally from Carey, but then they kept it in, the puck around the boards, and eventually the shot from long range finds its way home.
Yeah, it wasn't a particularly hard shot either. You can just see Eden's just come around the boards here, taking his time, just floated it in.
Yeah, that's a deflection. That's exactly what that is. We'll see it again.
Colin McIntosh has just got a little piece of that, which will be
Nataput,
his second goal for the game.
Nataput has this for Thailand, and 3-1 the score as New Zealand jump all over this in the third period. They get that conversion. Burns with a shot. That's just over the crossbar. Hits the glass, comes out to Amston. That's sent back around. Audis with it. Audis goes behind the net. Passed out by Orr. And Orr still has it. His defender loses the stick. Orr turns around, gets the pass behind the net. Audis looking. Audis turns. Audis goes behind the net. Audis looking, leaves it to Orr. Orr loses it off his stick. And that goes out to Chanakchan as Patrick races down there. He is a fast skater, and that's Audis with the puck. He puts it out to neutral, but gets it taken away from him. And Sudagarm sends it behind the net. Burns with it. Burns gives it up. Thailand having big shot, and that's not connected on the one-timer. And that's a chance passed by Thailand as they had a good chance to walk that in. Instead, they opt for the one-timer, and they don't get through there. Good movement of the puck through the slot, but Atwell eventually loses it, and Thailand turn it over. They're 2-on-3. That's knocked away. Devlin getting the puck. Devlin passing it cross ice, and it'll be Freer sending it behind the net. Kleinshaw looking at it, and Thailand getting set up. Thailand going a little bit more aggressively. Devlin with it now. Devlin gets the puck, but just for a moment, and Ken Edwin has that puck now and gives it to a teammate, gets it back, and he's going to go for a change. Simon has it now. New Zealand gaining the zone. Freer in. Regan ahead of him. Regan's going to get that puck, and it comes only as far as the blue line, but stays in. Simon with a shot. That gets fired left, and it was Kleinshaw unaware of how far left it was. He went all out for that one. Thailand with the puck turned around. Good defensive effort there by Dig. He gets that knock to the side. Jean with it for a moment. Now Jean going for the hit. And Rusky Jones knocking that one aside. Dig with a shot. Dig with a ripper, but it goes right. Goes out to Freer. Freer dumps it in behind the net. Regan gives it up. Freer keeps it in. No, he doesn't keep it in at the point. That goes past him. Goes past Jean as well. And Daigle with it. Daig's going to look. Hold up here. Get things started. Rusky Jones passing it forward to Regan. Regan getting there first. Regan with a good physical shoulder check there. And he holds on to the puck as he gets two Thai players on him. And that double team is not effective, but they do get the turnover. That's going to go the length of the ice and goes for icing and a stop.
Here's a replay of the goal from Chris Eden. You were looking it up there, Joel. Did it?
It said that Jacob Carey got it. So you can see Carey in front. It looks like he's the one who's got the stick to it. But he's able to see it way better from this angle.
Two players going to the net here for New Zealand. Oh, yeah. Just enough too.
Just another goal for Carey it is then. And very difficult for us to see up here, of course, but great work in hand-eye coordination. Eden with it now behind the net. Eden carrying it. Eden at the half board. Eden circling, but leaving it for Amston. Amston gets it taken away from him, goes out to neutral. Eden's got to recollect it, and it allows Thailand to get a change here. Eden sends it in. Carey's got it. Back to Eden. Eden gets a chance, but he can't get that one on net. Carey taking it away, gives it back to Eden. He's trying to give and go. Doesn't work. Goes into the corner. McIntosh trying to hold on to it, but it's going to go to the length of the ice again. However, this time it's on target. No icing here. Amston has it. Amston looking for the long pass. Amston hits a player, and that goes to neutral, but it's Ken Edwin with it. And then leaves it for Nucha Yantorn. Out to Eden now. Shot, and he hits the crossbar, and it goes out of play. That looked like it hit glove, crossbar, and then goes out. We'll see it on the replay here, but a good effort by Chris Eden.
Well, the line changes worked for the New Zealand team. Chris Eden, Colin McIntosh, and Jacob Keary now on that line, doing having a good start to this period.
And that's a very close chance. The chemistry starting to build with these line changes, and it looks a little bit more dangerous the longer we go this evening.
Joe War is the centre for the line that had Jacob Keary to start this game. He's now in between Ortis and McDonald.
Nicholas beating Orr on the face-off, but it goes the length of the ice, and we'll have another icing here. And we'll do that all over again. Let's see it from another chance from behind the net here.
Just looking for Jacob Keary right in front. Not a lot of chance for Kleinshay there. Plays in
absolutely
front.
not.
Nicholas taking that one from Orr again. But it'll be New Zealand holding on to the puck. They pass it out to the blue line, sent back in. McDonald with it this time. McDonald holding on to it for a while, but gets it taken off his stick. That's going to go high into the air, but only as far as neutral. 2-on-1, or no, it doesn't develop because Thailand pulled back. John with it. John fights through, and that puck goes dangerously through the middle, but New Zealand recapture it. Now they have a 2-on-1. Otis with it. Otis with the same waiting time. This one too, tic-tac-toe, but they can't get the last connection, and Thailand come out on the left side. That pass goes forward, goes past to Hayward Jones, and that will be called for icing.
This is a close single. Ian Ortis showing a lot of patience again, just waiting to float that one over. And putting it past the toe was Marcus McDonald. A little beautiful little sauce here.
Just feeding it to the rookie there, trying to get him to just send it home.
Yeah, what a good feeling that would be for Marcus McDonald.
He's got a few in him while wearing this uniform, I'd say.
Lachlan Freer getting that, goes to Devlin. Devlin still with it. To Dake. Dake coming in, and a penalty coming up here. They pulled Chaba. It's 6-on-5 at the moment. Not sure what that was. That goes across to Freer. Freer gets it to the sideboards. Mitchell Freer in that case from Lachlan Freer. No possession there. They hold on to that. Freer with it. Passed back. And the 6-on-5 trying to develop here. Devlin with it. Takes a shot. Tries to roof that one. It's a backhander from that same hard angle, but he couldn't get it by the crossbar. And that's held on from Devlin. Devlin getting another shot. They still don't have a stop in play. Thailand in trouble here. And as Freer goes through, that may be another, I don't know if that's another call. We'll see. We'll see. The arm was up, but I think the arm was up anyways. So we'll see how this gets called.
So I think this first penalty was a hook on Devlin as he comes out from the corner here. Stick gets up there. It's either holding or a hook.
Yep, all day.
And just Smith on there. It's just one penalty, a 2-minute call for that hook. And it'll be Atwell to take this one as New Zealand go on the power play.
Oh, they've got to be desperate to score on the power play here. Having gone over
the tournament.
Over the tournament. I don't know how many they've had.
I think the number is 14 now.
14, yeah. Not
that they were counting. Amston passes it to Burns. Burns with a long shot. That hits the board, comes out to Chalice. Chalice holds on to it. Chalice looking. Chalice challenged in the corner. He loses it, and it's going to go to Thailand as they kick it out. That was a good play there by Nucha Yardturn.
Yeah, the New Zealand didn't give Chalice anyone to go to there. It was just on the corner, on the side there, and no one was coming out down low to give him a pass, an option.
Freer knocked to the side here. Good play by Thailand as they keep it away, but it goes out to Chalice. Chalice one-on-one. He holds on to it, chooses not to shoot, holds the puck, waits for teammates, sends it cross ice, back to the middle. Eden with a slap shot. That's deflected and stays in play. Chalice gets it. Back in front. Eden again. Another bouncer. That one deflected away. Same thing again. Chalice in front. Another penalty. And it may be on New Zealand. We'll see. I'm not sure on this, but they stopped it. I thought that was on Eden's stick when they did.
And surely it's a penalty against New Zealand because otherwise there would have been another delay. And then New Zealand put the puck in the net because there's no touch here from Thailand.
So
there was a touch there as the puck went through.
Unless that was a hand pass.
No,
there's nobody going off the ice here. No, it isn't.
Yeah,
there is. It's another. It's a 5-on-3. I don't understand why that play was stopped, but we're 5-on-3, and we're taking a look at this so we can get the statistics.
Yeah, there was a tiny touch as the puck came through the crease here. Just after this, a chance here. It bounces away, and then it comes back through. There might be just a tiny touch right there, which gets the whistle.
Stick is the penalty that's being called here.
Okay, well, we will trust that. And 5-on-3 is what we continue with. New Zealand on the two-man power play. Out to Carey. Carey with a shot. In front, McIntosh with a scramble. They hold on to it. Daig with a chance. He passes. Carey with a pass. That goes through the triangle, but not far enough. And it is Thailand clearing that out to Chaba. Daigle trying to get this back in as quick as possible to not allow any changes. He comes in on the left side, holds up. Thailand back into the triangle, but it's a little expanded here. We'll see how much they close in. Back and forth we go. Out to Daig, over to Carey. Carey doesn't shoot. He passes it low, gets it back. Now he's going to pass it to the side. They keep going cross ice. Tic-tac-toe. Audis with the goal. And they finally break through on the power play. 5-on-3. Special teams comes through. New Zealand up 4-1.
Ian Audis with his first World Championship goal with the New Zealand Ice Blacks jersey. Finished that one off nicely.
Yeah, that was a great way that that power play developed. You could just see them just moving it around. Look at this. Yep, all three of those Thai players tightly grouped in.
Yeah, Carey giving it was just, he kept daring everybody to come out at him, and then eventually the three passes that connected together, and Audis buries it. That is necessary. And still on the power play as that was done on the 5-on-3. We're still 5-on-4 for New Zealand. They will continue on this power play for 1:07 from here on out. They take the zone, leave it at the point. That goes back to Burns, sending it around out to the Chalice again. We'll see if Thailand change anything here, but doesn't look like it. They're just playing inside. That's a low shot, knocked away as Burns took a wrister looking for a rebound. Freer gives it back to Burns. Burns cycling. Burns leaving it for Chalice on the right point. Everybody moves right. He drops low, gets the pass in front. Another chance, and a score! That may have been deflected, but it looks like it's Amson's goal.
That's Amson. Looked like he just slipped that one home there.
And that's 2 in a row on the power play. Really breaking the streak there.
Exactly, fighting back for those power play stats.
5-1 the score, and we'll take a look at it here.
Stephen Amson just jumping on a loose puck that came through the middle of the crowd in front of the goalie there and put it 5-hole.
Yeah, just steps up, slots it home. That's a beautiful goal.
Yeah, it really was just kind of like the tie goal in a way.
Yeah, well and truly, yeah.
Or with it, or wins the face-off. Hayward Jones, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey after Thailand give up 2 on the two-man advantage. Long shot by Hayward Jones in front. Another chance, or buries it. Make it 6. And the chemistry is coming together explosively.
Oh, the floodgates are open here.
Wow, what a change in momentum there.
Yeah, so like we will talk about New Zealand watching out for the power play of Thailand, but it's been 2 power play goals and then a third one here quick afterwards. Ian Audis trying to get their one through, but it just bounces to the feet of Orr.
Yeah, it's great work by Audis there to win that battle in front of the net. Just pop it out to Orr, who has all of the net to shoot at. He's scoring that one every time.
Couple of Dunedin boys there connecting for goal number 6 for New Zealand. They are well and truly
in the home barn as well.
Yeah, they're well and truly in front here now.
All right, so 6-1 the score, and this one's going to be a little challenging here for us because they're changing goaltenders. I'm going to leave this one to you, Matt. You want
Ankun Patanasuk.
Ankun Patanasuk is in goal,
Patarapon Ankun Patanasuk.
and we will do our best. But the goalie change made for Thailand, 6-1, and we continue on here. And half the third period left. Again, we were talking about this earlier. A goal difference does matter, so there's not going to be any let up here by the New Zealand side. Hayward Jones moving it to the left corner, deep in, and that was a close one there by Regan as he gets in near the net. Regan with it. Regan in front and a shot. That's knocked aside. It was Rusky Jones, I think it was, that had a chance and got tripped up. Simon with it. It's going to get to Rusky Jones, and he sends it around the boards. Looks like that was clean. We continue on, and Thailand with the puck is turned over quickly. Colin McIntosh to Eden, and a score. A turnover deep, and now the floodgates are truly open. Ankun Patanasuk not able to do anything about this as you got a streaking Chris Eden, and we'll see where that turnover just quickly turns into a score.
Yeah, McIntosh doing a great job there. Gets the stick down to break up the pass, and then the Knights floating backhand. Love to see it.
7-1 the score, and we're back at center ice. McIntosh wins that one, and New Zealand trying to get everybody on the board here. McIntosh with it, and that's passed aside to Carey. He scored one of the ones prior. He gives it up to Eden, who scored just a moment ago. Eden walking, taking a low shot. That goes behind and picked up in the glove by Ankun Patanasuk. 7th goal coming up here on the replay.
Well,
Boy,
it was a tough start for Ankun Patanasuk to start his shift. He got Regan in the face, and then there was a close chance of Rusky Jones, and then it was that goal from Chris Eden. So 3 quick chances for New Zealand just after the minute he'd been on ice.
And the pressure is off as New Zealand carry the puck at will here. Jacob Carey coming up the right side, takes a shot, misses the upper left corner, but that stays in the zone. It's sent back to him. He's chasing it down behind the net, gives it up, and it's McIntosh in front. Nobody home for him there. He's going to get the puck back. He sends it around the boards hard. Daig's going to chase this down to keep it in the zone. He sends it back low, and Carey looking for a pass. He holds on to it instead. Skates, looking for McIntosh low. That's deflected up high. Daig tried to get it, then it's knocked over to Carey. Carey saves it to Eden. Eden passes it forward. That is sent behind, but it's deflected. Eden has it in the corner. He's looking for a pass to Carey. That's deflected off a stick as he shoots, and it gets it back. He's looking and choosing where he's going to put this. He holds on to it, gets it out in front of the crease, and that's a chance. Dropped and saved. That is gloved by Ankun Patanasuk as the puck was just kind of fluttering around, and there was a hand just dropping it down there for Eden.
Well, New Zealand has just found their rhythm here. They're moving the puck around quickly. They're skating with a bit more speed, and the passes are going to the stick. So and all of a sudden, it feels like New Zealand's got a whole lot of momentum.
Oh, exactly. You know, you put up 6 goals or 5 goals like that, you're just going to carry that momentum. You can have a little pep in your step, and suddenly all of the passes start connecting, all of the shots go on target.
And right in front, that was a chance as Devlin had the puck on his stick in the crease, but he couldn't lift it past the defender. Thailand giving it their all to keep the score where it is. That's Anston with it. So he skates in, turns, shot by Atwell, and a good save there. What a glove save. Welcome to the game.
Yep.
Yeah. Ankun Patanasuk just stretching and giving it his all here. This is a fantastic save.
Tracked the puck so well and amongst all those feet.
Yeah, he does a great job here. You know, you see, puts the paddle out, stops that pass across, and then just grabs it out of midair.
And that's going to be an offensive face-off for New Zealand. Devlin to take this one. It takes just a moment to get everybody set up as Nucha Yatorn trying to get out to the other side of the circle. He's going to have to play Freer for that puck. He's a little behind. Lachlan Freer sending it through. It looks like that was more or less looking for a deflection shot. Now Simon has it, and New Zealand looking to break out again. Devlin with a pass, and Freer trying to knock it in. He gives it to as far as Audis. Audis comes in, and some 6s and 7s by the defense of Thailand, but they do just enough. That puck never gets out, though, and it's Audis with it. He decides to take it down the boards, gives it to McDonald. McDonald holding it, skating around, trying to get close, takes it, and it comes off of a stick blade, goes over to Simon. Simon can't hold it in. They're going to have to recollect here, but no real pressure by Thailand. Until that, Nanaput had it as it was deflected away, but McDonald takes it right back from him. Audis coming in, he's onside, gains the zone, takes the shot, and that one given up at the rebound, but then held with the glove. Another dangerous chance for New Zealand.
There was a really dangerous chance there because you watch as he shot it in, just bounced just a little bit out, he just couldn't quite grab it up.
I see a lot of confidence from those two young players here in Audis and Marcus McDonald, skating really well. Not afraid to take the puck and drive the play and take those shots.
That face-off won by New Zealand, shot by Freer, low and left, and that's going to come all the way out. 2-on-3 developing for Thailand. They gain the zone, go on the outside, and that's Tenenet sending it around. Ket Edwin trying to hold it in at the point. No, he sends it backwards, so that's going to be held by New Zealand. Another physical chance there. Daigle taking two guys with Nicholas and Tenetuk, and that is offside as they go in just a little early. So an interesting stat just coming in, guys. Thailand have no shots on goal this period, and frankly, I can believe it.
Yep, absolutely. And you know, we were talking earlier about their short bench. This is just the fatigue setting in now. They played so hard for that first half of the game.
They did their absolute best to stay in this, but they just seem like they don't have the legs to run these two lines over and over again. But they do have the puck here. Jean with it.
Especially the longer the tournament goes on, the harder it gets. This is day 3 now for these players.
Yeah, they may have held on a lot longer because they had the rest day. But at this point, the third period, it's a 5 spot for New Zealand, and 7-1 the score. Well in hand for New Zealand as they look to run this up a little bit just in case they have any kind of tiebreakers. Goal diff does count if there's a 3-way tie and a couple other situations. So they will be looking for more, and Carey's on it. Carey with a shot. Carey gets that deflected off the glove and out of play as he got a run in on that, and another dangerous shot stopped by Onkupa Tanganasuk, and does a good job.
Yeah, that was the goalie. He really stood up in that one. That's a dangerous situation. Not who you want to see skating down the ice with no one defending him.
It'll be McIntosh to take this one. He wins it back to Burns. Burns flips it forward, and a glove save by Onkupa Tanganasuk.
Might have been a deflection on the way in there. I heard something as it was about halfway there. So
yep.
If he had to make a deflection save, yeah, it's pretty quick reactions.
Yeah, and you got to hand it to him as well. You know, coming in cold off the bench like that into a game like this.
And he has no minutes in the tournament up to this point. Again, not a shot that's just watched as it goes aside and turned back out for New Zealand. It'll be Chris Eden looking for the zone here, and he passes it up to Amston. Some chances there. Eden taking a shot, 2 shots, and gloved and saved by Onkupa Tanganasuk.
Had to make a follow-up save there as a shot came on once and then twice from Eden.
And a couple of change-ups in the lineup for New Zealand here. They're still feeling out some of the lines and who's on for what team. So it's an interesting time to be able to effectively do that in a game situation. But yeah, like you said, the goalie that is in there now has played 0 minutes up to this point in the tournament. So doing a really good job so far. Hayward Jones with it. Hayward Jones looking to move it out of the zone. Gets it up to Atwell. Atwell gains the zone, goes in the left side and holds on to it, but he gets 2 players to come up against him. That goes out to Devlin. And it's taken away. No, Devlin still has it. And then 2 Thai players running into each other. Devlin with it, tries to pass it cross ice, but can't do it. And that goes only as far as the blue line, knocked around, but it does go out, and Thailand with it. Thailand trying to just get it in the zone and get a couple of changes out there. They do exactly that, but it's turned back to Simon, and then McDonald doesn't quite play it right, and Thailand have the puck. And a little bit of relief here for them. And that is offside, as it was Tenenut who had to come in as Nicholas was crossing the blue line.
Just carry the momentum a little bit too fast through there. There's that beautiful pass out behind from behind the net there.
Yeah, with 3.5 minutes left in this game now, 7-1 scored in New Zealand. Thailand has just got to try and limit the damage here. Maybe try and get some of the young players out there, get a learning experience in a game which is not going their way. Looking forward to the future.
Thailand actually winning that face-off, but it's going to get taken away from them and goes off to Audis. It was a good run through the middle by Smith, who hasn't seen much at ice time. And that's Ken Edwin throwing it the length of the ice, and that will be icing as Daigle gets there first. Just you can see the dejection on some of the players just looking for some of the connections, and they're just not happening for Thailand in this third period. Not like they did the first two. Well, you know, it does feel like they just hit the empty gauge on the car, and
it's running out of puff there.
Yeah. So face-off won by Thailand for just a moment here. They Jean looking for the long pass, but that's taken away as goes into the corner with Daig, but the puck gets thrown back out. Ken Edwin with it. Little eyeball deke, and you cannot pass that right at the bench. That is an obvious six-man penalty.
Oh, that's tough.
So they will have Jean serve this one, I think. Yes, Jean will serve for Thailand.
Yeah, mistakes creeping into the game for Thailand. They're really pushing some of those forward passes as well. Look for the stretch passes, and you know that's
interesting having John serve that penalty. He's one of their better players. You know, generally on a penalty like that, you'd have one of your less effective players sit in the box.
They could be looking for him to
hop out
and take the stretch pass if it comes to that. You know, that's a nice wee plan if it can make it work.
Well, it's Atwell to take this when he wins it, gets it back to Amston. Amston holds. And more special teams work for New Zealand as they try to get that average up. It's Burns. Burns leaves it for Amston into the corner. Chalice looking for an outlet, but he gets it taken off of him, and that's going to go the length of the ice.
Sutagan did a great job there, just stealing that puck.
Yeah,
That is a high stick on Chalice. Is he going to? Was it a stop in play, or are they having him serve a penalty here?
Look like Chalice is heading
to the box.
Yeah.
They got him for a high stick.
I can't believe I saw anything like that. Anyway, we'll go back to 4-on-4.
Yeah, I must have missed it. I was too busy trying to read the names in front of me here.
You were on Twitter. I know you were. Anyway.
No, I certainly wasn't doing that. No,
this has been a challenge tonight, has it not?
It has been a tough challenge, but I think we've risen to it, Matt, and we've done really well.
We've done all right, yeah.
As we have all tournament, I believe we've put in our best foot forward to learn the names and try our best.
I'd want them to do it for us, so that's why we're doing it. Good save there by Chaba. That's shot 2 in this period by Thailand.
Yeah. The shots through the periods have been 15 for Thailand, 15 in the first period, 8 in the second, and 2 in the third.
So that'll get a face-off for Devlin and for Nanaput to go head-to-head here.
It's a good amount of time of 4-on-4 hockey, about a minute 20.
Yeah, that doesn't normally happen that long.
No.
But this will look like one of those old-school overtime things for a little while. Back when they used to do 4-on-4. Yeah. Devlin with it. He gains the zone. Pass through to Eden. Eden hits the brakes. Looks up. Holds on to it. Skates around. Skates on the goal line. Tries to jam it through. And Thailand picked that up. Good save there. And it'll be Nicholas with it. Nicholas taking 2-on-2. Amston just chopping away at him. Arm stays down. Ken Edwin with it out at the line. Low shot in, looking for a deflection by Nicholas. Can't do that. He was close, but that's a turnover. And it'll be New Zealand breaking that out. Amston slowly coming up the ice. McIntosh comes in with some speed. He holds on to it, takes a shot, goes high and into the netting. Yeah. It is kind of it does feel like the stretch passes that Thailand are using, just that is the biggest indicator of tired legs.
Absolutely.
Because the puck always moves faster, but you do have to get it tape to tape if you want to do that strategy.
Yeah, just looking to spring someone for a breakout and create a nice highlight reel to get the crowd enthused, get the bench enthused, bring some energy back to them.
And that's one, and NZIHL taking that puck up the middle of the ice. He holds up. He might have been thinking somebody was offsides there, but nobody was. And we continue. NZIHL passing it up, but only to Simon. And it'll be McIntosh just sitting there, waiting. Now they are on the Thai power play. I think it's for 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, just waiting to pass the puck back to kill some time there.
And that's held in by Smith. And goes into Tananut. Tananut goes into the board hard there. He fell over. And that's going to go around the boards. And
got 10 seconds left here in this game as well.
That's McIntosh with it now. He's going to send it behind the net. I think that's Carey with it. Just sitting there, waiting. Carey with a shot and a save. And that ends the game. 7-1, a solid victory for New Zealand, putting up that 5 spot in the third period. It was remarkably close for 2 periods.
Yeah.
And then they dropped the hammer and got the result, 7-1.
Yeah, well, what a third period. That's just such a huge turnaround. 5 goals, 2 on the power play.
Yeah, actually, and that also stopped the skid on the power play because they got the 2 in a row there. But that I think that makes them, if I'm guessing correctly, I think that's 2 out of 16 for it. So that's still a bit low on the average. But boy, it's an encouraging sign to see all of this chemistry here in the third period. It finally felt like everybody, this is who we are. We're good. We can do this. But, and then on the reverse, I do have to say from everything I saw, you're right, Thailand ran out of gas. But, boy, did they have a strategy coming into it, because 40 minutes into this, and not seeing the change throughout the second period, I thought for sure that was when they were going to take them on those long passes. It didn't happen. It took all to getting to the third period in order to do that. So I'm going to turn that over to you, Matt, and we'll see you in a minute.
All right, player of the day for Thailand, number 10, Nicholas Charles Lampson, getting awarded the player of the day here.
Yeah, he had a great game. He was everywhere.
And player of the day for New Zealand awarded to Justin Daigle for his defence. Congratulations to both those players for their awards. And we will now have the New Zealand national anthem for their victory tonight.
All right.
Well, there you have it, folks. New Zealand take out Thailand at a score of 7-1, and what an emphatic third period there, Joel.
Yeah.
Five goals to finish it off.
I know. It's like, New Zealand just really kind of got clicking there. Like, and so many of those goals were just one after the other, after the other, after the other. Like, it was a, as you said, Thailand unfortunately just had no answer in that third period.
Yeah, it started off with a bit of a line change for New Zealand. They put Jacob Keary up with Chris Eden and Colin McIntosh, and that paid off. They scored early on in the third period, just what they needed when it felt like the game was going to be close and it was going to come down to potentially just a power play goal or something like that, or a breakaway. And then after that, they had the 5-on-3. They scored on the first penalty, so they still had a power play after that, and they scored again. And after that, it was going to be a tough one for Thailand to climb back. They couldn't do it. New Zealand kept piling the pressure on.
Yes, yeah, and New Zealand's going to be very, very happy to finally knock in those two power play goals as well. As we said, 16 total power plays already this tournament. 2 goals. Not the best average so far, but we're on the way now.
Yeah, I mean, hey, better late than never. I think that their game against Georgia was really tough for the New Zealand team. Hope they would have gone back and they would have looked at a few things and tried to figure out ways that they could get better. And a really nice touch from the Thailand team, saluting the crowd and people in the arena. They came into this tournament probably as the underdogs here. They were the promoted team, so
yes,
they were probably always going to find it tough against some of the teams in this division.
Absolutely. They played with a lot of heart, though, especially in those first 2 periods. They really took it to New Zealand and, made New Zealand really, really work. But in the end of the day, having that shorter bench, only having the 2 lines, playing hockey at this level, you're going to run out of steam.
Yeah.
Especially with the intensity that they were playing with for those first 2 periods as well.
Well, they're a team that's only been in the World Championship since 2019. This is their 5th year in the World Championship. Every year they have improved. So they were in Division 3, and then they moved up to whether from 4th to 2nd, and then they won the competition. So they've improved every year they've been in the competition. Now this is a challenge, upper league against teams which have been here for a long time.
Yep.
But as we saw, a lot of young players on their team. Those players are going to take this valuable experience and they're going to get better. They'll probably take that on board and improve even more. You don't know how far you've got to go until you play the teams that you're going to have to go up against on a regular basis.
Exactly, and they can hold their heads very, very high. The score of this game does not reflect the effort and intensity that they brought to this tournament tonight.
Yeah, for 40 minutes, it felt like a good go anyway. We've got an interview coming up here, folks. We've got Matt Chavez down at ground level with alternate captain of the New Zealand Ice Blacks, Michael Atwell.
All right, we're here with Michael Atwell, assistant captain of the Ice Blacks, and let's talk about the lid that came off of things in the third period. Let's talk about that. How did it feel to finally open things up?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, we've had 2.5 hard games. Obviously, Georgia game, we didn't score any.
Michael, heck of a game.
Nothing against Georgia. We had two in an empty net against Taipei, so it was nice to finally get a few goals. I mean, we worked hard, and then it was nice to let the floodgates open a little bit.
Yeah, we noticed a lot of, instead of more of a dump and chase strategy, just kind of really pushing in towards that back wall, and that was very noticeable, especially when things opened up.
Yeah.
Did it feel like a different kind of game against Thailand, or did it feel a lot like the Chinese Taipei game?
They were a good team, very similar to Chinese Taipei, quick, don't give us a lot of time on the puck, and I think we just needed to back ourselves a little bit and just get into the zone, set up a little bit, hold on to the puck rather than dump it away and be chasing. So we're really focused on just getting it in, controlling it a little bit in the offensive zone, and it paid.
Very good. And as far as the rest of the tournament goes, any does this feel like something that you can take forward?
Oh, definitely. We had a meeting last night. The Georgia game was pretty tough, and I guess we could choose to go two ways today. We could pack it in and say, yeah, hard loss, or we can move forward. And I think we proved today that we can take the rest of these games. And who knows what happens with the other teams. All we can do is control what we can do, and then just look to take all three games. And obviously that was one step of the three.
Thank you, Michael. Good win again, 7-1. We'll send it back to you guys.
Yeah, well said by Michael Auer.
Absolutely.
He said it. They wanted to carry the puck in, control that,
Yep.
and start to move it around. And we saw that this game. They really did do that very well.
They really did. And we've been talking about the last two games as well, is that's what they need to do moving forward. They've got the skills there. They've got the players.
Yeah.
They've got the ability. They just need to control the puck, hold possession, not be just giving it away and letting the other team come to them. They've got to take it to the other team. And they, third period was a great example of that tonight. 1 goal, 2 goal, 3 goal, just keeping them coming, holding that possession, taking that little bit of extra time as well. 2 of those goals were made possible by just taking an extra second, letting the defence who was blocking the puck slide through, dishing a nice little pass across, resulting in a goal.
Yeah, really good signs from a few of the younger players as well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Ian Ortis getting his first international goal there.
Yep, wonderful stuff to see those young players coming through from age groups. Well, it's been a successful night here for New Zealand. A 7-1 victory, opening the floodgates and getting the crowd hyped. They're going to be even more hyped coming up in the next couple of days. Friday night and Saturday night are both sellouts, Joel. It's going to be a packed up.
It is going to be a packed
big atmosphere in here.
Yep, absolutely. That's the end of my commentary for the weekend.
Of course.
I'll be getting replaced by the legendary David Dubnik for the next 2 games.
Yeah, he's
but
come down.
I will be here on Saturday watching New Zealand take on Iceland.
Oh, good stuff. Excellent. Well, that's going to do it here from us tonight, a Wednesday, folks. After 3 games each for everyone, it's Georgia on top of the table, but New Zealand and New Zealand and Bulgaria.
Yep. Next
I
one.
think it's actually New Zealand and Iceland. Anyway, New Zealand are tied on 6th and 2nd place with Bulgaria or Iceland. I actually don't have the table here to look at, but it's very close anyway, folks. Thank you for joining us on behalf of myself, Matt Whiffen, Joel Brennan, and Matt Chavez. Thank you for joining us.
Good night.